Hey, what's up?
Hey, we're here. The social guys.
Episode 21.
Legal to drink.
Oh, man. How was your
We
weekend?
won't be doing any of that. It was good.
Yeah.
Browns barely won, but I'll take the victory.
Yeah, I know. You guys headed right into the trap game.
Yep.
Did a lot better than the Bengals did against their Jets.
Oh, the week before?
Well,
Yeah.
we had our trap game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you won this week, too, against the Raiders. That was good.
We did win.
You know what else I'm excited about?
What's that?
Ohio State beating the living hell out of Michigan State.
Dude, that was a
I was unexpected.
dominant performance.
I was unexpected. I did not think it was going to go that way at all.
I don't know what this is.
Especially with them losing to what, Purdue? Was that the week before? Weren't they undefeated and they lost to an unranked team or something?
Yes,
I couldn't
yes.
believe that either. So
Yeah, they lost Purdue.
Michigan
to
State,
Purdue.
get your stuff together, man.
Yeah. Got an interesting show today.
Super interesting.
Yeah, Josh Steinke, the chiropractor. Also, he is a lead singer of a worship group
Oh, sweet.
locally here. They do a lot. They go. I think they basically tour around almost everywhere.
Okay.
So we'll find out more about that though.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what his life has come to since high school. We went to high school with him
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
for a short time.
Yeah. He was a senior when we were freshmen, I think.
Yep.
So-
I'm super excited to see his journey and adventures.
Yeah, absolutely. So super cool there. But yeah, dude, I watched. What did I watch this weekend? Oh, it was on Netflix.
I didn't watch Squid Games.
You didn't watch it?
No,
So I haven't
sorry.
seen it yet.
I
It's
have
all-
not.
It's all right. It's all right. You'll get there.
Sorry, I know eventually I'll get there.
You'll get there. No, what did we watch though? We watched. Oh well, my wife's heavy on Supergirl right now. She's just watching it on repeat. I think at this point.
Oh, okay. I was like, has she not finished that yet? I feel like every time we talked about it, she's like, yeah, she's binge watching it. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude,
Well,
that's-
she's continuously watching it.
Like, I'm just
girls
gonna
are
watch it
watching
again.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we watched the movie Rocket Man back from 1997.
Yes.
Watched that over.
Farts in
Yes,
his
I'm
face,
still
dude.
punishing my kids with 90s and 80s movies. So.
He sent me a Snapchat though when they were definitely into it. They were.
Oh,
just,
they were.
Like he got into his daughter's face with the camera, and they were just. Not even breaking
Yeah.
to look at the camera, so they were.
I'm surprised they
really
didn't
good.
ask for popcorn that night. Actually, they wanted apples and peanut butter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But no, yeah, they loved the movie though. We actually started out watching Stripes, and then I realized how bad Stripes actually was. Like I didn't realize like how bad Stripes were until
Yeah,
we saw the guy like looking across with the telescope into like the women's barracks, and my wife just looks at me. She's like, "Turn it off." I was like, "Oh,
Yep,
yeah, I
it's
better
time
do that.
to. That's funny. Yeah, but I'm glad they enjoyed. It seemed like they were really enjoying that too.
Oh, they were at first. But yeah, they
That's
watched
cool.
that, and then we got into some Three Ninjas, and so
Oh, that's awesome.
they've been
dude.
all over that Amazon watch list lately.
That's a great watch list. You showed me the punishment list, and
Yeah.
I need to get that punishment list because I need to start watching those because
Yeah.
those are some good ones.
Yes,
on there.
yes. And then we filmed a wedding on Saturday, this past Saturday, and then yeah, this is the last one for us for the year,
Oh, really?
filming wise. Yeah.
Not doing any like winter stuff.
Nope. Our next wedding will be February 5th,
Oh, wow.
Southern Ohio.
So you get a couple months break then from
Yeah.
doing weddings
Yep.
and stuff.
Yep.
That's dope.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, I bet.
Nice little holiday break of weddings.
Yeah, I'll say.
So.
You figured they'd be rolling in, but I guess no one's really getting married in snow and winter.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
They're out there. Yeah. Yeah. We just don't. We
okay.
just don't do them.
Oh, okay. I don't blame you. Yeah, good weekend though. Good weekend. Browns won.
There's actually. You'd
Rams
be
won.
surprised how many people actually plan a wedding around Christmas, like right at that time.
Really?
They just want a Christmas wedding.
I mean, I guess it can be nice, but it's gonna be hard to get pictures outside, especially.
It's gonna be hard to get people there.
Yeah. Super weather is not workable. You
Yeah,
get there on time. It's like, hey, half the family's gonna show up.
Yeah.
This is on you.
Yeah.
You schedule this wedding.
It's a Christmas wedding. You do both at the same time. I'm sure that's probably what it is.
So, like,
Some of them probably do.
oh, so like it's like a family gathering of.
I don't
like,
know.
your
I'm
Smiths.
just guessing. I've never done one.
Okay. Right on.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, not me.
Take a stab at it
Yeah.
though.
Oh,
All
you
right.
try?
All right. We'll have the husband now kiss the bride, and grandma's gifts are first.
That would be pretty awesome. That would be awesome.
I don't know how else you would do it. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I didn't even think about it like that, but have it during Grandma's gifts are first. All right, start passing them out.
Yeah.
Next is white buffalo.
And if you head to the reception area, we have hairy buffalo.
Oh my God, the nice gift exchange. That'd be funny.
Well, hey, let's get this show started. Let's get it on the road here because I'm sure we got a fun one planned for you guys today.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
We will see you in a second. Run it. Hey, welcome to the Social Guys, episode 21 here with Josh Steinke, chiropractor, singer and songwriter and father and husband. I think I got them all.
D, all the above.
All the above, right?
Treg's prophetic today. I've never written a song, but
maybe it was a poem.
Yeah. Plenty of poems, yeah.
So, anyway, let's get into the show a little bit. Welcome to the Social Guys, episode 21, like we just said. We want to thank Clue Studio for sponsoring the studio.
Thanks, Clue.
And, let's get it on the road. Man, what a weekend it was, for one.
Yeah.
It was a weekend.
Yeah, it was.
Super exciting.
It was a Friday and a Saturday and a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I felt like it was a longer weekend.
It
really
did, though.
We did Thanksgiving this past weekend. When are you guys doing Thanksgiving Thursday?
Yeah, we do it on Thanksgiving.
So does my family. I'm actually talking about your family that we did Thanksgiving with.
Oh, you guys share families?
We do share families, yeah. Yeah, we let Treg in.
He said we're going to have Thanksgiving early, so I guess we'll invite him.
Well, it was the Helmstetter side of that, but yeah.
Okay.
Treg married my cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
How's that going for you?
So far, so good. 8 years down.
He learned real quick how our family does it, right? He had twins right off the rip. We're big fam.
Yeah. Speaking of, how many kids do you have now?
6 that I know of.
Dang, little house. Little house on the prairie over here.
Yeah. My wife has 7 kids. She counts me as one.
I think that's true for all of us. Yeah. So now, is that what was in the cards for you guys, or was that planned?
This is a story. This is hilarious. When we were doing premarital counseling, the pastor said, "All right, let's talk about kids." And Josh, how many do you want to have? Just hold up your hand. And Randy, how many do you want to have? I said 10. She said 2. So you can see who's winning.
Way closer.
So there's more to come. There's more to come then.
I always say it's up to her, man. My part's pretty easy.
She got to do all the heavy lifting.
That's right. Yeah.
So now, talk to us a little bit about you in general. Like our listeners who don't know you at all. Like, give us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, where I came from.
Yeah.
Mark and Janet Steinke.
That's right.
Where I came from. I'm born and raised here in Walpocanetta, man. I'm a hometown boy, and my parents, both from here, man. So we're Walpocanetta all the way.
Right. Mom's a teacher.
Mom's a teacher. She has been for 30 some years. She's probably getting to the point that, like, when we were growing up, like, man, when is this lady going to retire, right? Like,
still going.
I thought she was. Is she not retired?
No, man. She loves what she does, and she's great at what she does. And so,
that's awesome.
My dad's retired, and so she gets summers off and, vacations and, holidays.
Well, you say your dad's retired, but I see him all the time working.
Yeah, man. Like if my dad passed anything on to me, it's like do a million things with no time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what he continues to do. But yeah, he still works like 3 jobs, and
Well, my dad, he retired and he got 3 more jobs. I'm like, what the heck? What happened?
Yeah.
I thought you said you retired. I am.
He can't sit around and do nothing, which
right.
I'm the same way. So.
Yeah. So now you're a chiropractor. How did that come about? Is that what you wanted to do all throughout high school? I mean, is that what was in your mindset and goal?
Kind of. I was doctor. I wanted to be a doctor. Yeah.
Okay.
Like since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a doctor. Actually, I wanted to be one of 2 things. Treg, this is where you come into my life. Let me rephrase that.
Take your time.
A doctor or a dance choreographer is what I wanted. It was one of those 2 totally different things, but maybe we get to that later. But I can, in high school, those were the 2 things: help people or teach them how to dance. One of the 2.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, anyway, I went to school pre-med.
Yeah.
I did pre-med. And
you went to Ohio Wesleyan.
Ohio Wesleyan. I played football. Yeah, I was a football and track athlete in college.
Oh,
and
sweet.
So that was a big part of my life. And actually, that's where I met my wife, on the college track team. So I met Randy in college, yeah. But went pre-med, and then not to make the story super long, but I realized about halfway through that I wanted to help people, but I absolutely hated going to the doctor.
Yeah.
And I hated taking medication, and I took it, whatever. And I was terrible at following directions when it came to a lot of things, but especially with the doctor's orders. I didn't like hospitals.
Yeah.
Man, I avoided hospitals like the plague. And I was like, man, I could do this, make a lot of money, and be miserable,
Yeah.
And so I switched actually to then a veterinary, pre-vet. I was like, all right, I'll do animals. It was like all the same prereqs. I didn't have to waste more time and money. Like, it was already it kind of just transferred over. And Randy, my wife, she was on the college track team. She was a pole vaulter. I was a thrower. And she was in the pre-vet program. So it was like, oh, this girl. Yeah. So,
yes.
And so we did animal studies, and I thought I was going to be a vet. And then I realized, about right before we graduated, that it was the same thing as being a doctor, just on animals, drugs and medications and surgeries and one step further, euthanization, that kind of stuff. And I was like, man, it's the same thing. Like, then I realized I didn't have a problem with necessarily doctor or vet. I had a problem with the philosophy of kind of how they helped. I still wanted to help, but just in a different way. And at that point, we had one of our cousins, Treg, Travis. Dr. Travis had just kind of started he was a chiropractor, and he said, you should be an animal chiropractor. You can still help animals and not have to do drugs and surgeries and hospitals and stuff and still help. It's kind of an up and coming thing. And I was like, I've never heard of this before in my life.
They use animal chiropractors a lot. Like I know, like the Kentucky Derby, they've showed those horse chiropractors.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby, professional bull riding, man. Like those are.
I don't know if I want to grab one of those bulls.
That's how I started, actually. Yeah,
just hop on in there and crack his back.
He's nice.
Hell no.
Stay away from the front end. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Do I get paid first?
Cracking bulls' backs, man.
Yeah, so that's I did. That's what I ended up starting in. But anyway, that turned me on to a whole new. I can still help. I can still use all this schooling that I went to and not do the drugs. So the philosophy completely different. It was a natural option, if you would.
Yeah.
And plus, it was like this kind of a rebel field anyway. Like it's outside the box. I'm like, I kind of like that anyway. So so I went to chiropractic school for animal chiropractic.
So was this on top of the schooling that you already did for pre-med?
Yeah, I had to, graduated pre-med. I graduated undergrad, with all those courses, and then, went to chiropractic school for animal chiropractic in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's what I went for. So when I actually started by going to seminars and conferences at the Kentucky, like not at the Kentucky Derby, but at the horse park, Kentucky Horse Park.
Okay.
And we would, learn on horses and stuff. And then I shadowed a guy that did and learned from a guy that did rodeo bulls. That was his thing. And the thing with the rodeo bulls, man, it's like double dipping, right? You can adjust the rodeo bulls, and then you adjust the guys who ride the rodeo bulls. Right? So
awesome. I'm sure those guys are all out of whack.
But the thing is, with being an animal chiropractor like that, I was like, man, this is what I'm going to do. But you're on the road like 364 days a year, right? And you travel with them, and you go where they go.
Think about that.
You think about horse, like you're going where they go, or you have to go and live in places where there's like high dollar
where it's always going to happen.
Damn. Right, Florida, Kentucky, some East Coast places. And so it's like, man, I met Randy moved down to chiropractic school. We got married, and within just how we roll, within like 2 days she was pregnant.
What was she? Jeez, what was she doing at the time though? What was her? Was she vet then?
Well, she was she was pre-vet like I was, and so she moved down to. She was a year behind me in school. Then she moved down to Atlanta, and she didn't know what she was going to do as far as pursuing that.
Yeah.
So she just worked through she was a manager at like Arby's or something like that when we were in. When I was in chiropractic school, she's like, you finish your school, and then we'll figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And so we ended up getting married, having our first kid.
Patience is virtue.
Yeah. Well, now she's just, she's probably doing something she never thought she'd do. That's homeschooling 6 kids.
Taking care of 6 kids, yeah, I was about to say.
There's like half Amish.
10 to 2. 10 to 2.
Yeah, 10 to 2, yeah. So that's
10 kids.
Yeah, so when we had our first kid, when we got married and had our first kid, I really got turned on to like family care, like so pregnant moms and babies and chiropractic. Like that's all. It was
so now, could you just switch that? I mean, like you graduated with like animal chiropractic care, and you're like, now I'm gonna do people.
Well, it was in the middle of my school, and I was like halfway through when we had our first kid.
Yeah.
Or when Randy was pregnant, because that whole.
So you get like big guys that come in like me or whatever. You're like, I've done horses.
Yeah, dude. You know what? This is something I tell people because of like I don't know how much we definitely got, but because of the technique I use, and that like it's just this, it's completely different than snap crackle pop. I don't jump off the top rope, type adjustments. It's really pretty. Yeah, it's pretty precision. I'm the stinger, baby. Next time.
We're gonna find that. We're gonna find that.
No, I don't do wrestling moves when I adjust people, so it's a precision tech. Anyway, my point being, when people see that, like especially bigger guys, are like, man, how's that going to do anything? I'm like, dude, I adjust, 2,000-pound steers, and horses and hogs that are like jacked, like don't worry, like it's going to help you, So
that's interesting though. Coming back, like, how are you going to do this big guy? It's like, dude, 2,000-pound calves and steers and stuff. It's like, don't even worry about it.
That's exactly.
That's good though.
The proof's in the pudding, baby.
Yeah, that's cool.
So anyway, that's how I kind of transitioned to people then, because my wife getting chiropractic care and her being pregnant and then our baby getting adjusted when he was like minutes old, and I actually wrote research on that whole process, got published in a scientific journal on adjusting babies at birth and stuff, and we had our first. We had a home birth, right? We had a baby at home. Like it was like totally rebel everything, But I loved the whole lifestyle. Like, man, this is so different than anything I've ever done. So animals is what.
So my question is to that: were you consumed with the fact that it was just a rebel type of lifestyle, or were you consumed with the fact that this is something that you really, really wanted to stay with and stick with as far as We try to stay away from religion and politics on the show, or not so much religion, but mainly just politics. So, with that being said, in your opinion, though, was that type of way you guys wanted to kind of live and do that? Was that just at the time, like early on? Was that just like, okay, this is how we believe, or is it something that you just kind of like, let's try it?
Honestly, it was all new to us. Neither of us were raised like my dad wasn't a chiropractor. Right? Randy's parents weren't like in natural like hippie land or anything like that. Right? Like it was completely new. It wasn't how we raised that. Like we got raised like conventional parenting, which was great. My parents did a great job. Randy's parents did a great job, but it was so different to us. But it made sense to us, right? It wasn't that we were like, man, I just want something that's like rebel everything.
Right.
But because I had that kind of streak in me, it just made like it was like, oh, this is even better, right?
Rebel Alliance.
And people are like, why'd you start your own office? Because I was like, guys, I can't take orders from anybody. So.
Yes, sir.
So my boss is Randy, I guess, is the boss these days.
The only one you can say can boss you around.
So that's how I got into animal chiropractic and how I got into people as well. Now animals is a side that's like, I could be as busy as I want with it. I don't do the high dollar stuff I'd say that I don't travel, right? My family, I don't want to be on the road 360 days a year. I don't want to be gone for months at a time. So I do mostly local stuff. Fair projects. I love supporting kids at fair time and things like that with their animals. The animal chiropractic thing has come a long way. Like the legalities of it in every state are a little different, but they're coming a long way because it's becoming more recognized. I work with a ton of local vets, so I get to work with.
So you still do stuff with animals then?
Oh yeah. Like I said, I could probably be full time in it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I travel sometimes all the way down to Cincinnati or. Like Troy, Cincinnati, I go almost to the Indiana border, up to Findlay. Like I travel all over for animals still, but I try to be careful not to make it consume too much of time. Pretty select. Otherwise, around here, local, like I'll help people in their fair projects.
Because you're a busy guy already.
Yeah.
With everything else, so now you got into your religion grew, your faith grew as you navigated through life, right?
Yeah.
How'd that start for you? I mean, because I feel like we knew each other pretty well growing up. And you didn't seem like that personality.
Yeah, you didn't seem like you wanted to be a doctor or anything. I mean, granted, I didn't know a lot of people wanted to be anything in high school, but I mean, let alone you wanted to be a doctor.
But your faith really grew. At what point did that change for you?
Dude, this is such a, you don't want to talk religion and politics. Let's keep it that way, because this is what I tell you. It's not about religion for me, man.
Yeah.
And not that it was always that way, but man, there's a stark difference between religion and faith, right? And your walk. So that's a big thing for me. You know, I grew up here in town. My parents were awesome. They took me to church every Sunday. You know, we grew up at a local church here, and that was good. But it was never, you know, if you're ever in this world, you know, it's got to be a personal decision. It's never about like grandma's faith on, you know, or mom and dad. You know, they do the right things, you know, but and so my parents were awesome in that. But, you know, I kind of took my own like path, you know, and through college, I would say I was the typical college kid, you know, but you know, just looking for the next good time. But when I went to chiropractic school in Georgia, man, that's when it was like, dude, if you ever get to a point, Adam, you've been in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you get away from like everything that you've ever known, right? So you almost have to figure things out in a different way.
It's like
by
a
yourself.
whole new thing.
Yeah, and sometimes there's things that cause you sometimes to like reevaluate life like completely.
Yes.
When I moved to Georgia and lived by myself and like, you know, didn't have all the people that I always knew.
Supported you and stuff.
It's like, maybe I should reevaluate kind of what I'm doing here, because when you do some of the things that you're doing all alone in your own apartment room, you're like, this isn't as fun, you know? Like,
so was there a certain situation that kind of flipped that switch for you?
You know, just some of the lifestyle that I was living in things in college and you know, just like I said, without getting into all the nitty gritty details, just like, man,
we like those details.
If I'm going to, I'm sure the world does. They like drama, right? Like, you know, there was probably a point that it was like, man, sitting alone in my apartment, you know, and thinking, man, if I continue this lifestyle, I'm probably going to be dead on the side of the road somewhere, or you know,
it's not going to go anywhere.
It ain't going anywhere, you know. So
absolutely.
And so I was like, you know, I got to find something better. But thankfully, at the same time, there were some other guys who were in chiropractic school that were actually from Ohio. And so I got to, just because they were from Ohio, they were Buckeyes fans or whatever, you know, we started hanging out. And they're like, hey, man, come.
It's a universal thing.
Yes, go Bucks. I'm wearing blue during Michigan Week. This is not good.
I know. Well, me too.
Yeah. It's a Steinke.
Oh, damn.
It's a Steinke family chiropractic shirt. So whatever. Not Michigan. So anyway, these guys said, hey, they tricked me, man. They said, hey, come to you want to come to a business meeting with like 40 super successful Atlanta. Like,
he said they tricked me.
Oh man, they did. They like sideswiped me. So they were like, you know, there's these guys that meet, like 40 business guys, dude. They're like they're super successful. They meet every Thursday morning at 5:30 in the morning. And I was like, 5:30 in the morning. Like, what? But they're like, dude, you just get to rub shoulders. This crazy thing. Speaking of like wrestling, right? Lex Luger was in the meetings. Right?
What?
Yeah, Lex Luger, man. After stroke and everything, like.
Oh, so it wasn't as big.
No, I mean he definitely had issues. But so anyway,
crazy,
he was in there. You know, I seen this guy. I'm like, I think I was familiar. And he had his name tag said Lex. I'm like, what the? You know, like, how do I get the seat next to him? You know?
I'm in the Luger lock, man.
That's right.
Come on.
So anyway,
that's crazy.
Started going to this business meeting. Found out it was a Bible study, right? But these dudes were all like. I mean, the cars they drove to Bible study and that kind of thing. So I originally started kind of going because I'm like, I want to be a successful businessman. I bet I could learn some stuff from these guys. And then eventually I saw these guys' heart, and it wasn't anything like, here's the thing, man. You go to church every Sunday your whole life. Sometimes you're just there because you have to be. And then you start getting around people who want to be there and who want to, sow into your life and stay. And that's what ended up happening. I'm like, I could do this.
Yeah.
Right? I could do this. And then those guys invited me to they said, hey, there's a concert, I forget how they phrased it, but it wasn't like, hey, there's a worship night, it was like something, they tricked me again,
free
right?
Business seminar.
Come Tuesday night, right? There's like a free concert. I'm like, dude, I love music.
Dogs.
Yeah. Food, I'm in. Free, I'm in. So when I was like, dude, I love music, I always have.
Yeah.
And so they invited me to this, it ended up being a worship. I walk in, it's at the church, and dude, there's like 100-person choir, and they got like guitars, and they got drums, and they got like every instrument, like a full orchestra, dude, and they're like rocking out. I'm like, what kind of music is this? and I find out it's worship, it's Christian music, but it ain't like the church music I grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Not only that, the people in there actually looked like they were excited to be there. You know, like they were like,
a good time.
yeah, they were like, man, and you know, dancing around and running around. I'm like, man, either these people are on drugs or there's some, like, they're actually really happy. And so, yeah. So anyway, long story short, that's what got me. I'm like, man, there's, all right, like I could do this. This excites me. You know, this is, and so that's what really started that whole process in Georgia. Then we started hanging out with people like that, and start seeing that, man, there's some successful people in this world that can be genuine, not just kind of fake things that you see sometimes, and it don't got to be boring. And so I don't do boring very often. Yeah. You know, 6 kids, you can see that. Yeah. and so that was cool for me. And so anyway, that's kind of that's how we got started.
It's funny you say that, because me and my wife actually had this same conversation. She actually told me she talked to you about this a little bit. But, you know, and me and Adam actually talked about this too. You know, it's crazy because we're in such a society in this area to where what people have been doing for years is that's just what you do. That's how you're supposed to do it. Now, I grew up different. I grew up already in what you said, how you would go to church and there'd be people playing drums and singing loud and stuff like that. That's how I grew up already. Both my grandparents were preachers of the Salvation Army. So I grew up in that church, and then we also grew up with Only Believe Ministries. Yeah. That's where we went. So, like, to have that aspect of that's how church is, that's how I already had the mentality of. My wife did not.
Right.
So that was very new to her, and she was like, I don't know if this is acceptable.
Yeah.
Like, and that was her thought process on it, which is fine. You know, it was all new to her. I get it. But
tunnel vision religion.
Yeah. What's that?
Tunnel vision religion.
Dude, there's some truth to that statement.
But no, it was crazy though, you know, and we're navigating that right now together or whatever. And as a husband and wife, you have to navigate that together. You know, you can always seek other opinions and stuff like that, but that has to be something that you want to do as a family.
Here's what I see happen so often, man. Like, okay, even with what we do, but people, like, whatever you have always known, right? Whatever you've always known and grown up with, right? It doesn't have to just be, you know, religion or faith or whatever. Like, it can be even like, okay, your medical upbringing, like how your parents brought you up, right? So if you do anything different, like, then it's taboo, right? Like, just the fact that it's different, it must be wrong, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And that's all you knew all your life.
Yeah. And so different doesn't have to be wrong, right? Yeah. And everybody's got to kind of navigate that. But what I see happen, especially when we get so caught up in this tradition, right? And if we never kind of question the whys of why we have tradition, like what the tradition's all about, like why do we do this?
Yeah.
Or what, where did this actually come from? Then we just kind of do the same things. And anything that ever comes along different, you're like, no, that's not. I do this, not
like that. Yeah.
The crazy thing to me, though, is that even if we don't agree with it, the tradition that we've always done, even if we don't agree with it, we won't vary away from it just because it's what we've always done.
Yeah.
Right? That's where I think is the big trap, where it's like, okay, I've got some questions about this. We've always done it this way, but I think there's probably a better way or a different way that is better for me and my family. But because we've always done it, we'll just continue to always do it. It's like, good night. Like, that is not how life is supposed to be. Right? But that's a lot of people, man. Like,
it is.
The other thing is, I'll see if they don't just stay doing what they always done, they'll just throw it all out the window to begin with. And right, and this is what I see so many people. Honestly, this is our big heart, is showing people that what we've always been told or what we've always thought, you know, about faith, if you would. Like I said, it's not, religion is just one of those traditional things we just keep doing no matter what, you know, we believe or don't believe, we just do it to do it, right? Like, that's pretty empty a lot of times. But faith is different, right? And our big heart is showing people this. Listen, it don't got to be, number one, it don't got to be boring, and it shouldn't be. Number two, just because you've always done something the way you've always done it doesn't mean that different is wrong.
Right? Change is always, most of the time, change is good.
Yeah, exactly.
Throws you out of your rhythm of all the, you know, of all the regularities.
Yeah.
Of things.
The other thing too is just because we do something different, right? We all three could do it a little different. Doesn't mean that we still can't get along.
Exactly. And you know, and I hate to say it like this, but I mean, I think we all can be in agreeing of how divisive this world is right now.
Yeah.
And that statement right there, is the statement that should help all, but it doesn't.
Right. You know, unity is a buzzword in the last, 2 years. And like you said, not getting into religion or politics, it's tough not to talk like that.
Right.
But the thing is this, the problem with unity is that there are times when we are actually more alike than we are different, but just because it looks a little different, right? Yeah. Like, I wear a long sleeve shirt and you wear a long sleeve shirt, but they are different types of long sleeve shirts, and my long sleeve shirt's right and yours isn't. Right?
Yeah.
It's like what? We're both wearing long sleeve shirts. It's cold out, man. Like it serves a purpose, right? Like, come on, like what are you caught up in that stuff for? It's the silliest things, right?
No, it is.
And then we have there's other things that really like amplify it. Like if you wear a buffalo plaid shirt, you are the devil, right? Like
people get really out of control. And like now you're just making no sense.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, now sensible.
But research shows that buffalo plaid actually causes.
The statistics are on my side.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's how division continues to perpetuate, right? Like
it's ridiculous. It really is. So to keep on the topic though, with how your trajectory has gone. Now, at what point though did you decide to, or did it kind of just find you get into the whole mix of your band and stuff like that?
Dude, that's so good. It's right actually along the same line. So, I love music. That going to that worship night that they tricked me into get, like I didn't know it was worship
free
night.
hot dog night.
The free hot dogs. Clothes optional. No. Side story. Probably shouldn't have brought that up.
Like, what are you wearing?
Josh texted me last night and he said he goes, "Hey, do I need to bring anything with me tomorrow?" I said, No. I said, just bring yourself. He goes, "Clothes optional." I was like, well, you cannot wear clothes, but that might be a different episode.
I told him what I meant was, is there a type of clothes that I should wear?
Nothing specific, just clothes.
Coming in looking like party boy.
The funny thing is, I was watching another one of your episodes. You asked the guy, like, what would your secret spy name be? Like, immediately I knew it was Man Bear. It's like, I won't explain why.
Secret.
You probably should.
Secret agent Man Bear.
Yeah. So
Man Bear, come in. This is Eagle.
I have a permanent sweater vest. It's not ever gone. So
always wearing his Christmas sweater.
I was cool before Tressa was.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So anyway, with our band, back to that, it was music was a big part of what like really got me. Like, man, for some reason, music just is like a uniting factor, and it doesn't matter like what Listen, we'll fast forward. We'll throw these worship nights, we call them, but we'll have people of all different size, shapes, colors, backgrounds because they just like music. Music is like a uniting factor, right?
Oh yeah.
And so the 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago, I was like, man, how do we get people outside of their stinking four walls? Like, and how do we get our community together? And how do we get people outside of their everyday rigmarole, just, and this is how we do it. Well, we do it this way, right? Our way is the right way. And so it's like music, can do that. And so in order to do that, we're going to do music, but we're going to get a band put together of people from all different churches, so different backgrounds. So people can't say, well, this is about my church and this is about my church and the way I do it.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, how do I find those people? Anyway, the doors just opened for us. The Lord just opened those doors for us, and people were like, so we had our first one we ever did was at the Walpock, and we're going to do it neutral location. So it's never about, well, this is my event, right? This is, we get such oh my goodness, it like kills me. Like, well, our Christmas service is the one that everyone should come to, right? Well, no, everyone can, whatever. But so how do we do it? How do we do that? Well, neutral ground, right?
Yes.
Get people from all different kind of backgrounds, so everyone's got a little part in the game. Not everyone, obviously. If there's 1,000 churches, they can't have 1,000 person band.
Right.
Just kind of mix it up.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. At all. I don't think a lot of people knew that.
It's like almost like street wars for churches.
Right. That's the whole heart of it, though. It's like, okay, if we like honestly, like, okay, think about it. If there was like 5 gangs in town, right? And thank God there's not, but if there's like 5 gangs in town, it'd be like a one member from every gang getting together and like you know what I'm saying, doing
have
something.
a pizza party there.
Yeah, like hey, we're on the same team, right? They're all holding hands. It's like,
everybody put your guns
wait
on the
a
table.
second. Yeah. It's like, wait a second. Like, but we stand for this, and we stand for this, and we do this.
Interesting.
Like,
I didn't even think about
we're
that.
more
though.
alike than we are different. We're just going to get together and play music, and sure, we all have our little nuances, but hey,
And then they grow into one big gang and take over the world.
that's a
That's what's point. That's what's the way.
here. Spoiler alert. That's the way the church is supposed to be. Right? That's the way it was designed. Right?
Touché.
So, and by the way, we kind of need that right now. So, So,
Just don't go the Jim Jones route.
yeah. Well, different. Like that. Honestly, with that's how we get a bad rap, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
One bad egg, or several.
Well, you hear that. I've heard it about churches that I've gone to. They throw around that C word a lot. Cult.
Oh yeah. Because if you're anything different than they are, it is a cult. That there's legitimate cults. I mean, there's legitimate there, but often we just say, well, they don't do exactly how we do it. They must be a cult.
Well, you can party and go, drink with 40 friends one night, and the people that choose not to and go, listen to music at 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning or whatever, that's a cult. But the people who were up, partying until 4 a.m., that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't get too deep into that, but
No, but I'm saying, but I mean, that's that's what that perspective comes from.
Beliefs.
Though,
Yeah. So anyway, that's how we started, and we had the first one we had.
Trust me, I've been both.
We
Still do both.
I would say there's not a person at this table that's not guilty of that. So I don't know Adam that well, but
10 long days.
Just look at him.
listen, the Vikings and the Vikings. That's what it is. Right?
Vikings and the hippies, come together.
And the Amish guys, they can all get along. So. Can I say that on air?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we've thrown out worse than that.
Back to that worse than that. First one we had was at the high school, so it was like common ground, right? We had anyway, there's a lot of naysayers like, oh, you'll never get all the churches to come together, blah, blah, blah. Well, we're going to do this different. And when you're a hometown boy and when you're a doctor in the community, that gives you, I'm not a pastor, right? Like, it gives you a little bit different approach. Sometimes as soon as somebody says, I'm a pastor, they're like, oh, God. They run the other way or don't talk to me or... And so me not being a pastor, for some people that's a problem. Oh, you're unqualified. Well, so was a lot of people in the Bible, but so we started that and it just kind of grew. We did one a year, and then what really happened was COVID hit. Right? Can we say that on there? COVID hit, and then we were like, well, what are we going to do? Nobody's gathering. Nobody's having concerts, right? Like nobody's everyone's social distancing. What are we going to do? And this might be weird for some people, but we literally prayed about it. Yeah. And we just felt the Lord said. We just felt the Lord tell us, worship anyway. Do it anyway.
Yeah.
Do it anyway, no, regardless of what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's when we changed our name to Worship Anyway. And it was actually more so what we just kept saying, like, hey, I know the world's crazy. We're just going to worship anyway. I know they tell us not to meet. We're just going to, whoever wants to, we're just going to do this anyway.
Worship, they will come.
Yeah, we're just going to worship anyway. And we found a place, Quail Horse Farm venue that, wasn't regulated by anything like, shut it down.
Family owned.
Yeah. Something local, family owned. We're like, you know what? Can we gather here? Come on.
Yeah.
And we said, all right, we're just going to worship anyway. And was like, man, maybe we should call ourselves this. Like, that's kind of, what we do.
Yeah.
And we ended up having 600 people show up out of nowhere. And then ever since
I was there for one of those nights. Yeah.
Yeah. You actually,
we did.
You videoed that.
Yeah.
You videoed that. Yeah. So you were there. You saw it was like, and that was incredible. Dude, it was the middle of COVID. Nobody was meeting. Dude, it was like, and people weren't, distant. No. People weren't distancing. And you know what? It wasn't about that or distancing or mask. It was like, here, we're going to do what we do.
I think that's been debunked by now.
Yeah. You do what you do, right? We're just going to do this. We're going to worship anyway. And we still brought together people from all different backgrounds. We still did it in a neutral location. We still, we don't talk like church politics. It's just literally, we're here to make,
you guys were there. You had music, you had food, you had hot chocolate. I mean.
And then we always come together for a common cause. So at that one, we'd raise money for human trafficking.
That was very interesting.
Okay.
I told you that was I was really surprised by that. I didn't realize what the guy who came and spoke, his story that he had of that family. That was incredible.
Here's a kind of a crazy thing. We raised enough money, like $7,500 in just that one night, where we freed families from human trafficking, and we still get updates. I just got one last week from those families and the kids that were in the human trafficking. They're like, these kids are like starting their own businesses. They're like,
that's amazing.
They're in church plays, and their families are thriving, right? Like. It's like, man, we made an impact in people's lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, can you help us out on this, Josh? Can you help our listeners and viewers, and Adam, because he wasn't there for that also. Let him in on that a little bit about what that was and what that causes.
Like the human trafficking thing?
Yeah.
So here's a crazy thing.
Well, to interject real quick, I mean, because we've heard about it with, young teenage girls.
Yeah.
But we're talking families overseas, right?
Yeah, so this... In the United States, like we think like sex trafficking, right? Like we think like girls getting, kidnapped and then thrown into this like ring, and that happens. Yeah. But compared to human trafficking in the world, right? So in other countries, right? We like to take out loans, right, on our vehicles, on our house, whatever it may be. Yeah. In other countries, you take out a loan, you're in debt to the lender. Like it's not just a bank that you owe money to. It's like Treg is the guy that has all the money in our village. And I need money because I have medical bills and I'm going to die if I don't pay. And I go to Treg and he says, here's $5,000 to pay your medical bill. And now I'm in debt. Now I work for Treg and my entire family until I pay that debt off. And what happens is I pay him he pays me a penny a day to work for him, right?
Damn.
But I owe him $5,000. So how long is it going to take, right? You're indebted for life, and something happens. So it's like messed up, but it's legal in a lot of countries. Here we're like, how can you do that, right?
But they're just like,
yeah. By the way, imagine if you have 3 teenage daughters and they're put in a sweatshop to work, penny a day. They live there, right? Their conditions are terrible. Plus, guess what happens to the girls, right? Like you can only imagine. It's the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's usually life that they're indebted. And if you die, say dad dies that owes the debt, it just passes on to the next generation, right? So they're in debt for life. That's how it works. And so most people don't realize that, right? Because we don't see it here, right? We just if we can't pay our car note this month, just default till next month, right?
Damn,
get it repoed, no big deal. But in other countries, you're literally in debt to the lender and you with your life. So what happens is we work together with this organization that goes in and pays off those debts. Right, like goes in and goes to the lender and says, "You have a family that owes you, $3,000, and we want to pay that debt." They just want their money. They don't care about that. So we'll go in. They go in and they pay the money, $3,000, sign the note. The people are freed. And then though, what you got to do is relocate the family.
Yeah.
So you relocate the family so they're not around that.
Lifestyle.
And those people again, because they might just end up back there. So you relocate them, give them some money to get started. The crazy thing is, man,
is there any? Sorry to interject.
Yeah, you're good.
Is there anything else they can do besides pay these people? Like, I mean, it's crazy to me that people are out there literally raping children for life and putting these families through such horrible conditions, and the only way they can get out of it is people pay them money.
Yeah, the thing is, it's legal in other countries,
right? Right.
Like it's not legal to like rape, but I'm saying to do the debt like that way, it's a legal document. Like they own this person, and so
that's nuts.
Is there other things that people can do?
I feel like we need to call Ben Affleck from Triple Frontier.
So what we ended up doing with that organization was pay their debt. Pay a few extra $100 to relocate them and give them a start. That's all it takes, by the way, which will blow your mind. Like $300 will start, like buy them a farm and a tractor, like, get them started.
Damn.
Here we're like, man, I spend that on, coffee,
Yeah.
So,
jeez.
And then we ended up sending them Bibles because we wanted the Christian aspect, right? Like,
We
ended up sending them Bibles and starting like a Bible school for them and stuff. We actually did. We bought like a place for them to have church, because we had 3 families that we relocated. And so there's probably other things that you can do, but the biggest thing is, man, you should see these kids' faces when they were like, we had a before picture where they like were still in debt. Then we had a picture of them their parents signing the freedom papers, right?
Yeah.
And then we have pictures of them afterwards, like when they were like, hey, you're free.
Yeah.
Dude, these kids' faces, it's
Ecstatic.
like Christmas morning holds nothing to it, right?
Oh,
like,
I can't.
Dude, like,
oh, man, that's so awesome to see.
Yeah, like you can't look at that picture and like keep like it'll make the toughest man cry. Like just like what in the world? We have no idea what that's even like here. You know, we have no idea.
Right.
No clue. Not at all.
So that feeling just keeps you going and keep doing that.
Oh man. So we don't.
Awesome,
it's not always that cause. That was that particular cause. Right. Usually
cool
we try to do
stuff.
local stuff, man. Like we raised money for a little local girl who had healthcare needs, like medical bills that weren't covered by insurance, and we raised money for that. We did a benefit for that in the fall of that year, in October, and then we did in the spring. You know, we had 2 local girls that were in a bad car accident, high school girls, and so one of them was killed, the other one's in a wheelchair, and we raised funds for the one for a scholarship fund and one for the girl that was still in a wheelchair, and so just like local families, that's just as exciting to me as like overseas stuff. But
just helping people is so fun.
Exactly.
But the point being this, right? Back to the heart of what we do and why we do it. Like with the worship stuff, it's getting people outside of their box, uniting people on a common front, and then like helping people in our own local community. You know what I'm saying? Like being an actual a positive effect into our community.
Right. Yeah.
So, going back to I grew up here, this is where I'm from, and my kids are growing up here now. My 6 kids are growing up here now. So I want this place to be a positive, I want
positive
this
experience.
to be a good community. Well, how do we, that's just the way that we're doing it. That's just the way that we're doing it.
I think, I don't think that's a wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the world in general is just a messed up place, and it's that right there has grown stronger as our lives have gone on.
Oh yeah.
And maybe it was that bad even earlier on. I mean, I'm sure the 60s and 70s were pretty bad with drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, but now I think it's just more of it's been drug up now. Everything's made aware of now.
Here's the thing though, right?
Technology.
You ask any generation, right? In the Great Depression, we weren't around, man. I couldn't imagine like eating, off dirt floor and potatoes every day, like or whatever it may be, right? And dad being away to war or whatever, like World War II. It's just different every generation. But here's the one thing I always try to come back to, man. We could sit here and talk about how bad the world is and how crazy it is, and the older I get, the more I'm like, oh my gosh, it is bad.
Yeah.
Like my kids are gonna grow up in this world.
Right.
And how are we ever going to get out of this? But that you can sit here and talk about how bad it is, but that doesn't get us anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it doesn't.
How do we do what with what we have and what we can do to change that, right? Or to make a positive impact, or despite how crazy it is, still, live our lives in a powerful way, So.
Oh, absolutely. So now, how long have you and the band been together now?
Well, that's a great question. Let me correct you. We're not a band, right? What I mean by that is we don't perform. Like it's not the same band every time. Yeah. Like it's always it changes.
It's always different people?
Oh yeah, it changes. Like the group we had 5-6 years ago.
But you have a main couple.
There's definitely like. I just met with them yesterday. There's like a handful of them that have been with me from the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's just because they're like I'm so close with. They're like brothers and sisters of mine. Like I'm so close to them that they're like the core. But we have different people from different churches. The last time we had 15 band members.
Oh wow!
Right, and we even had a group from Africa come and sing with us this last time. Like they live here now, but they're African, and we did it on purpose just to show Walpock a little different. Hey man,
demographic.
We can look different, sound different, talk different, still get along.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, because I think the town of Walpock has had quite the perspective of it for a while, and to change that perspective is always good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone thinks because I look Amish and I wear a cowboy hat sometimes or boots that I can't get along with somebody that looks different than me, from an inner city or something like that.
Or that you're on Yellowstone.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Yeah, so I love breaking molds, man. I love breaking like the common, the status quo.
Well, it seems like your whole life you've been trying to break molds.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And not just for the purpose of breaking molds, right? That's destructive. That's Wreck-It Ralph, but when there's a need, there's a time and place, right? But when there's actually a reason to, right? When there's like, okay, this is a mold that should have never been formed, you know,
right.
Yeah, then that's good to break it, you know.
So now, talk to us a little bit, Josh, about the perspective of you in general as a chiropractor. It's changed over the years to where people they associate the religious aspect with you,
right?
How do you? I want to say combat, but that's not the right word I want to use. But how do you kind of retort back to these people and you know that's not all who you are. That's a part of you, but it's not. That's not what you're built on.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing, man. Without getting too like crazy where people are like, oh, I don't get that. It's really simple, right? We have the wrong idea about things.
Yeah.
Right. Once again, like the molds that we form in our minds sometimes too. We get the wrong idea. Like people think because you say I'm a Christian or I'm a church person, like you're immediately unapproachable, or because I'm not a church person that you're like, we're different. We can't hang out, right? We can't. And so one of the things that I don't say it. Like talk is so cheap, right? Like I know you're doing a podcast, so talk is important, but right. but talk is so cheap, man. People watch you. People hear your voice more by watching you than they do by you talking, right? So we've just made it a point to show people that we're real and that we're not weirdos, right? Like that we're real and that we're down to earth. Like that's probably the one thing that I always like. How can we be down to earth?
So what you're saying is that the fact that it's the fact that everybody knows that that's who you are and how you live your life or whatever, that's just you showing the transparency into your life.
That's it, man. Like here we are. Like I'm not one guy here. I don't say that's the televangelist, right? Like I say I'm one thing when I'm on camera here. Hey guys,
right?
But something completely different. Like here we are. We're transparent. We're just going to live our life out. But probably the biggest thing too, like I said, we're now doing that consistently for 10 years. Right? We've been in practice for 10 years. Come this June, and for 10 years, people are like, "Listen, I can't deny." I'm just saying, well, I can't deny that this guy's real. I can't deny that he has a heart for people or a community, or he's helped me even when he didn't know me, or you know what I'm saying, like whether it's chiropractic or like raising money for people or doing things, putting back in the community, right? Then they say, okay, maybe I'll listen to him, right? Like
give him a shot.
Yeah. Maybe he's okay. Like, well, maybe I don't agree with everything he says, but I do like that I feel better when I go to him or something like that. You know,
right.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
You know, like I don't know.
Or
he put his neck out on the line for my family. You know, so I guess I'll give him a shot. But it's just consistency, and that's one of the things. People are such good readers of people. Sometimes, like, you can say whatever you want to say.
Sometimes.
I mean, I get it. I'll put it this way. In the church world, we talk about like this. Like, listen, non-believers, if you call yourself a Christian, dude, they're always watching you, right? They're always like, is this guy who he says he is, right? Or is he not? But I'll put it this way, right? So if we're talking like, faith, Jesus came in the flesh as a person to show people that he was listen, I'm just like you. I'm not, but I mean, superior to us. But and the fact that when people are like, "Are you real?" He would just show them, right?
Yeah.
Look at these scars in my hands, right? Like touch them.
So it's funny you kind of bring that up because Adam here you have some questions, right, about kind of religion a little bit.
I get it.
We've talked before, though, like in the office and stuff about you're just like, how can we prove when we talk about ghosts? We've had
like anything. We weren't there, so how do we know for sure that everything written and happened?
So good.
Yeah,
we're talking apologetics now, which is a whole different field, but it's proving the existence of God, right? Like, that's a deep conversation for a lot of things, and there's a couple sides to that I think angles you could go. But one of the things is this, right? Historical account. How do we know that anything happened ever in the history of man, right?
Right.
We weren't there.
Right.
Big Bang Theory, okay. I wasn't there. I don't know. Dinosaurs are real? Shit.
Yeah, I mean, we see evidence of, right?
Right.
Did dinosaurs actually live and they look like we thought they would? But we see evidence of, right, of things. And so that's a lot of what it is. It's just evidence of, historical accounts and written books and things like that. So there's a lot of that. But, here's the thing, right? There's a point with anything that we just have to say, there's certain things in my life that have happened that I can't there's no other way to explain it. And I've tasted and seen, and you can't tell me anything otherwise. Like this is I have seen the evidence in my life.
Yeah.
And so, and I can't necessarily, that's not going to prove to anybody else that God exists or, that Jesus is, God's
It's on your
son
own belief or faith, if you will.
And it's so much deeper than that. And I would do a disservice by trying to be apologetic on here. Like, when I say that, I mean, like proving the existence of God apologetic.
Right.
That's there's a point when faith is that, right? Faith isn't something that we always see, right? Or can hold in our hand and say, "See, look."
Like seeing
right?
is believing,
right?
Believing is seeing.
But I tell people this all the time, man. When I walk outside, I hunted Saturday morning with my son, dude. The wind was ripping, right? Like it was terrible.
Yeah, the wind was
right?
crazy.
It was like, gosh, this is terrible. I couldn't see it. I couldn't smell it. I couldn't taste the wind. I knew it was there, right? And so it's not the strongest, proof for the existence of God, but it's one of those things. In our human lives, we know things exist and that they're there, and about them and believe in them, whether we see, taste, and touch and feel. Our senses sometimes are good for seeing our environment, but they aren't necessarily all in all. Like,
Right.
Just because I can't sense it with my human body doesn't mean it's not existent.
Mine was basically like not proving anything of that. It's just like trying to see the worldview as like, hey, there's religions on all points, but like, where did they all come from? How do you prove that?
Yeah.
It's like everyone has their different views. So like you said earlier, like, can we all just still get along?
Yeah.
Be friends?
Yeah.
Like, what does it matter?
I'm not so good, but here's
Adam actually says that statement right there a lot. Why do we all? Can't we just get along?
ELE, everybody love everybody.
Well, some of the issue is this: like, there's such turf wars in other countries. Like like it's like you die for it, right?
That's
Different,
yeah.
Because they of that set, like certain beliefs say, well, if you don't believe my way, then we got to get rid of you, right?
Yeah,
we have to purge you from the society, right?
It's crazy.
Thank God Christianity is not like that, but like that's not my in fact, my belief is, hey, bro, like you can believe what you want to believe. I'll still love you just the same. I'll still treat you just the same. But I'm going to show you. You why I believe what, and you know what? I hope someday you come to your own conclusion that what I'm showing you and how I'm living my life is the right way. Yeah. But I'm not going to sit here and say, well, sorry, bro, you're wrong. You have to die, right? Like,
right. And that's how it, the way you said the first time, it, should be that way where everyone, we can just have a normal conversation and talk about it. And like you said, show why your side is why you believe in that. And then vice versa, like, okay, cool. I see. Or maybe I start going your way now. Or,
one of the things that turns a lot of people off is the guy who stands on the corner of the street with a sign, and says, you're going to hell if you don't, you're going to fire and burn. Here's the thing. We can be 100% right and be 100% wrong at the same time, right? And so we
like the preacher of Little Nicky.
We're all gonna die. I really am burning in hell.
Yeah. Now, here, like I said, there can be some truth to certain statements, but we can be 100% right and still be wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It just. And so, how do we just, like I said, how do we show people, like, listen, man, I'm not some weirdo. Like it ain't about like me proving to you that I'm right and you're wrong, and all these other things. Just that we're living our life because of an experience that we've had. We're not, we're not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna bash it over your head. But listen, man, this is where we're at. That's how we live.
How do you feel like that has interjected into your business, or do you feel like it has at all?
Yeah, it's 100%. Here's the thing. I think it should in everybody's. Not necessarily the way that I do it, but you are who you are, man. Like, this is who we are. If we were doing it in a bashing way, like, we're right and you're wrong, like, you must be like this, and then it would be wrong to put it in my business. Yeah. But it's who we are as far as how we treat people, right? Our character in the office, how we uphold ourselves in the community.
Yeah, you're very welcoming.
Yeah, like how we treat people. Listen, you can walk into my office. You can we play worship music 1,000% of the time, right? Like, you can walk into our office. You can hear the music. You can see.
It's always Josh singing, though.
Yeah, it's always it's always my records. Right?
All his songs that he wrote.
The songs that I never wrote. Yeah.
Songs I never keeps them to himself.
Yeah. Hey, this is me. Did you hear that? Did you hear that note I just said? That was me. That riff right there. That was me. Yeah, my girls would definitely not come to work. So, but I'm saying you can see we have Bible verses on the walls, and we pray for people. We say God bless you, like those kind of things. But it's never like people always say, man, it's not my thing. But I can just feel I just love coming to this place. Like I just can tell it's you're genuine.
Yeah.
And that attracts people more. Honey draws more people than a lot of other things.
You had it.
I was gonna,
Honey and molasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a few ways I put that, and some of them are not appropriate. So,
I get that. Yeah, honey will attract them quicker than a lot of other stuff. Yes.
I'm sure whatever you said would have been fine. We had Cam Garver on our last episode, so
vinegar,
vinegar strips.
Yeah. I mean, it's honey, vinegar, piss, whatever. I try not to do that on people.
It's super interesting though. I mean, your trajectory of life and how you navigated through it and ended up to where you are now. I mean, we knew you very early on, and we didn't talk. We didn't know each other at all after you graduated.
Yeah.
So, when you came back and you started your chiropractic and you,
that's a new word.
Is it? I just made it up. I think I made it up a couple
I knew
episodes
exactly what
ago.
you were talking about too. That's great. I understood it. I know this word.
Yeah. Webster's. Look me up. Got you, bro. I got these all the time. But and how you kind of navigated through that, though. I mean, it's just interesting because it was almost like, I mean, you definitely changed as a person.
Oh yeah.
And then you changed as you became a father.
Sure.
And then you changed as you navigated through your faith. And then I mean, you're consistently adapting to
evolving.
Yeah, evolving. But you're also
form.
adapting to. But you're also adapting though to new things all the time. I mean, you take it and you consume it.
Yeah.
So,
Which is good.
We can't say evolve because I'm a Christian, but you can say transformed. How about that?
There you go.
I'm just messing. So here's the thing, man. Like
for all those flat earthers.
This is what I love. I told Treg this before we started. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what's off limits? I'm like, there's not really anything off limits, man. Yeah. Like even you bring up old stories of high school or whatever. I'm like, listen, man. I was a real human. I'm a real person. I grew up a kid.
I don't
live and learn.
Like,
but I don't have many stories though from us growing up because you were only there for like a year.
Right, but people probably don't know how. Like I taught you dance moves and
he definitely
show
did.
choir, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all. Imagine Treg, right?
He would get it.
If there's one vivid memory I have of Josh, though, it is you diving into a hotel pool with nothing on.
That's probably happened more than once.
Like that just wasn't one time.
As a 15-year-old walking into that, I was like, oh man, maybe I messed up coming here.
Show choir is not my thing.
It has always been my goal to make my mark on people's lives. So.
And you never forgot them. Never forgot.
Thank God it changed. How I make my mark. Yeah. That's listen, man. I'm a real person. I was a kid once too, and it's how you finish, not how you start, man.
Yeah.
So this,
but at least you don't forget it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I'm not better than that either. It's
it's who we were.
Yeah, some people forget their past, and then it's like, well, this is who I am now. So,
well, come on, man. It's how we got to where we are today. So I'm thankful for it.
Yeah,
yes.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm thankful for it. There's some decisions I would make different, maybe.
Yeah, without those obstacles, where would you? You don't know.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It got me in some trouble sometimes, and
But you learn.
But okay. I will tell you this, man. One of the coolest things ever is to some of the things that we did when you were mistakes we made when we were younger, and people that we kind of burned bridges with, or things that we did that you're like, man, I kind of regret that. The coolest thing is coming back into the community and being different, like you said, changing.
Yeah.
Like whatever, transforming. Like
you really didn't want to use that word.
No, I'm just messing. But the point is that now I can come back and actually make a positive impact back in the community instead of just take like I did when I was a kid. Like the world is mine.
Yeah.
Right? Come on, like I'll just do what I want, destroy what I want, and take what I want. And now we can give back into the community and actually make a positive impact. And then I get to see some of those people come into my office that like, man, I wronged you in high school, man. Like I did something, like I made fun of you a lot, or I did something that I shouldn't have done. And they come in and I'm like, I can be like, hey man, I I'm sorry that I did that, but I'm so glad I get to like make a positive impact in your life. And help
like
you
change it
now.
around.
You should change it up though. One time, you should just like start bullying them back for like a week.
I'm not sure that'll work.
And then like a week later, just be like, I'm just kidding.
Like Billy Madison, I'm glad I called that guy.
Dude, I've had that thought several times.
Yeah.
Like, man, like I need to call that person. I need to call that person.
How are you? I'm glad I called that guy.
Yeah, so it's so cool to come back, and then people would be like, "Wait, I knew you. I thought I knew. I did know you in high school, but you're a little different now, right?
Live and learn.
Yeah, man. But in high school, like, we. Like I told you, I was going to be a dance choreographer or a doctor, right? Like, so dance was a huge part of my life. Like, that's something that shocks people. Like, I danced for 18 years. I taught dance. I got paid to teach dance in college, and even while I was on the football team and all that kind of stuff, and studying. And show choir is a big thing.
And that was so taboo in our era.
Oh yeah.
Like for you to do both.
Yeah.
So taboo.
Coaches hated me.
Yeah, dude. That was, and I loved it. Once again, breaking the molds.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. They're like, wait, you're a jock.
Yeah.
Wait, you sing.
Yeah.
Wait, you wear sequins.
Like, what do you do? Like, what? Like, I do it all.
Get this. Wait, you like girls. Like
Wait, you got glitter on your face.
Yeah, like seriously, like it was like, wait, you can't be that and this.
Yeah.
Like, well, watch me.
Yeah.
So like, that is like, oh, you're a college lineman, but you dance like Michael Jackson. Like, how do you do that, right?
You know what's so crazy though about that is the fact that, like, in our time, in our era of that, we joined show choir for the simple fact that we knew that we could meet girls.
Oh yeah,
and like that has changed so much.
yeah.
So, Join, I really enjoy. I never thought I could dance like that.
That's
for
right.
one.
And sing at the same time.
Yeah, I was like, this is really
With a
fun.
smile on that face.
But then, a week later, start 2 days for football.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Gonna be sweet.
Yeah, dude. That I love. Like I. Telling people stories like that, they're like, "What? You did what?" Now, all 6 of my kids, well, 5 of my kids, the youngest one's not in dance, but the oldest 5 are in dance.
They want to be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
Oh yeah, dude, they love it.
Awesome.
And of course, how we frame it. Hey man, this is not just for girls, man. This is, what? Hey, I did this, and here's where it brought me in life, right?
Yeah.
Like it opened so many other doors
Yes.
for me. And I told my son this, right? He's at the age where like kids start making fun of him.
Is this
'cause
your
he's
oldest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonah.
Yeah.
So hey, you're a boy and you dance, like like making fun. Like he's getting into that like middle school almost time where they're
Tease
they're
phase.
oh yeah.
But what's cool is though is that you've been through it already, so you can kind of
Dude.
navigate him through that.
This is life, right? Like the things that we've been through.
Yeah.
This is how we make we can show them. The research shows that this is. But when we say, actually, I've been there, done that, and here's what I've experienced, that speaks a lot louder than
experience is better than statistics.
Yep.
And so I tell them, listen, man, I was your age. I got made fun of all the time, and it was tough for a while. I almost quit, and then I realized they were calling me, whatever they were calling me. They were calling me gay, or like boys don't do that, or whatever it may be. And I'm like, these people are so stupid. I'm the only guy with 40 girls. Like,
Yes.
Dude,
That was one of my experiences, too.
my friend Josh Cockrell.
yeah, oh yeah.
So, growing up, Josh had a job
Josh.
at the mall. He worked at Victoria's Secret. He
Oh,
was the
that's right. That's
he was
right.
the only guy that worked there.
Yep.
And he got called the same.
Yeah.
This was after high school, even.
Yeah, I know.
And he would get called the same thing or whatever. And he's like, "You guys have no idea what I get to do on a daily basis."
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we just frame it wrong, right? Because of what we've been heard, what we've heard of what we've
Right,
told and
right.
things like that. But so it's still tough. The kid has to go to class every, and still hear that stuff. But
Yeah,
it
you know,
is.
But I knew I don't regret any of that stuff.
I say it's a live and learn experience. Like you
I
wouldn't
tell them
change
now, man. Now people want to like pay you to teach them how to dance, right?
Oh,
Like,
yes.
like, hey, man, like I can't play sports anymore because I blew my knees out, and like football's over and basketball, like. But now I can't. Like I don't know what else to do. I'm like, well, I can still dance. I can still sing. Like I can,
Right.
just because like
Yes.
certain things go away in life,
Yeah.
and other things don't. Right? Like you're at a wedding, everyone's having a good time, and like, oh, I don't know how to dance. Like,
it. Right.
But those kind of things. Not to mention, I would have never realized that. Okay, being in show choir and like being like learning stage presence, not having stage fright. Now public speaking, like doing this type of stuff.
Oh, it goes
like,
right. It's
Dude,
nothing.
I'm telling you, like it's no
Yes.
coincidence that we should do a study. Like, okay, like, that would like benefit.
Yeah.
But
Let's see those statistics.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, as far as being able to communicate with people, right? Being diverse, like seeing people in different lights. Like I think that set that whole thing up for me.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Oh yeah, for 4 years of high school, I mean, we performed in front of thousands, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Say different choices in life will bring you to different opportunities to meet different people in life and different.
It's a thing, and naturally, okay. When I play on the football team, I get kind of the same type of people.
Yeah.
Then when I go to show choir practice, it's a different type of people.
Dude, it's a lot of different people
and different worldviews and outlooks and things like that.
Yes.
And so it grows, it stretches you in those kind of things. So now me doing what I do in life now, like all the stuff we just talked about, like I go back to that and be like, dude, I'm so thankful. Despite all, because even if I'm not doing show choir still, I still dance and sing on stage.
Yeah,
it's a little different, but definitely that prepared me for
Yeah. It's like second nature to you now.
Exactly. And even in my office, when I'm one-on-one talking to somebody that's a different worldview of me or whatever, I still have some experience to say.
Yeah,
like,
you can sit there and communicate.
Can meet you where you're at, you know? So
absolutely.
That's awesome.
How do you? What was it like getting on stage for the first time after all those? After because you went probably 6 years without going on stage.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything through chiropractic school like that. I didn't sing at all.
No
it's
karaoke or nothing.
What's that?
No karaoke sing-alongs or nothing?
No, I didn't. Okay, this is kind of, if we're talking about, like, okay, this is a testimony that I tell sometimes, and this is kind of without super details, but when I went through college and the living the life that, just the next fun ride after the next fun ride, and I actually lost a lot of my voice. I did sing in choir in college and teach dance, but I lost my voice because I smoked it away. Like one of those things, like I made bad choices, and so I didn't sing for a long time. Like I just couldn't sing like I used to. And I tell people this time, I used to be like top 10, tenor 1 in college, which is like the highest singing male voice, and. I couldn't even try to do that anymore, but a lot of it had to do with that. And so when I went to chiropractic school, I didn't really do a lot of singing until that worship night. Then I was like, man, I really want to sing again. I really want to sing again. So it was just one of those God things that it was like, okay, I'll give you a voice, but use it for the right reasons, So, and so now that's all I use it for, right? Like I still like country music and things like that. I used to listen to a lot of rap when we were in high school. I don't do a lot of that. I mean, we listen to some Christian rap and stuff, but
NF. He's a Christian rapper, right?
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that. We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I did not realize he was a Christian
There's actually
rapper.
some legit talent in the Christian world. So.
There is. Some of
NF
my buddies showed me
really
some. I'm like, this is Christian?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Which I listen to some Christian metal bands. I'm like, I didn't know. I've been listening to them for years. I'm like, never would have noticed.
Yeah.
Never know.
Like I said, we like to break the molds in that too. Like we play a lot of music that's like, whoa, this is like we were at the parade a couple weeks ago playing this song. It was like an 80s rock song, it sounded like the riffs and stuff and like the electric guitar in it. And it's a Christian song and people are like, they're like, I like this song. What is it? And then they realize like we're talking about Jesus and they're like, huh? You're like, what?
Wait a second.
But I like it. Like that's the point, right? So, but yeah. Anyway, I started getting my voice back and started singing more and more, and like that's how I got to this point. But I didn't for a long time, and so getting back on stage with that first time at the high school was bittersweet. It's like, man, I don't know. I was pretty nervous. I don't know if we can do this.
Were you really?
Oh yeah, just because. Well, I mean, it's like, man, it's been a long time since I've been on stage. I was a different person last time I was up here. Actually, that stage wasn't there. We were at the, we had the middle school.
Oh,
So, but anyway, that was.
And you're the lead singer too, so
front and
center. Everyone's looking at you.
This is the funny thing. They say I'm lead singer. I'm more so just the lead guy. Like that. Like I'm the one who like facilitates the leads. Dude, there's some talented people on that team.
Yes, there is.
Dude, incredible.
Yes, there is.
Any of our team could probably go record like just with their talent and stuff. It's really pretty amazing.
You had the night I was there. I'm not sure who. It was a smaller girl. I thought she was like 12 years old. But she's not. She's an adult, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure she was.
Zoe, man. Mighty Mouse.
But I tell you what, that girl's got some pipes.
Yeah, she does.
She's got some pipes.
That girl's
awesome.
She's gonna go. She's gonna do something big, man. We know it. But yeah, she's in college right now. But yeah, she was 17 when you saw her then. And, but yeah, she's like this tall, but her voice is about this big.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
How long often do you guys get together and perform something?
Well, since when COVID happened and we started doing it like every 3 months. Before we did it once a year. So we had 6 in the last year. The next one will be in April. So we do. Okay. We take some time off during the holidays and stuff, But yeah, we do about 4 a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So April will be the next one.
Yeah, we're planning on doing some smaller stuff like coffee shop, like like acoustic type stuff.
Yeah.
Between now and
You guys
then.
were out there at the
With 15
Fireman's
band
Jamboree,
members?
right?
Yeah. Well, the Fireman's, the Fireman's Jamboree was actually one of our big events this year. That was a new thing. Like we did a parking lot worship, dude, and I didn't know how that would turn out, and we ended up packing the park. It ended up being a great.
He said he couldn't even get in.
Yeah.
I was there, but I wasn't there.
Right.
They had wrestling in the middle of the street.
Yes.
And that's what I was watching.
Yeah.
But then I found out, I was like, oh, there's a band over. Let's go check it out. And told me, he was like, oh, yeah, by the way, that was Josh Steinke. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That was him up there singing? I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they had
I
war
heard a
wrestling right up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a couple, you guys were playing like right after. Or
Yes.
So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's check out a couple songs. And then we meased on over to the Fireman's Jamboree. I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was you up there.
That was the first time we
He
did
said it was packed though.
We'll be back.
There's a lot of people.
They actually just come back and do 2 days this year. Well, not just us, but like multiple bands, 2 days this year.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Fireman's Jamboree again?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cartersville. So we got 4 events for next year, and one of those is that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any bigger events outside of Ohio?
Right now we after this last one we just did Halloween weekend. The 2 days later, I had somebody ask us to go to Kenton, somebody asked us to go to Florida, and somebody asked us to go to New Jersey.
Wow.
We had the last 2 events.
you're
We
gonna
had people. Dude, I don't know. That's a whole different ball game, right?
Talked about not traveling.
Yeah,
That
right.
was,
And we're not a band, right? Like it's just, it's not. Here's the
We're a
thing:
group.
the heart of what we do is about local community, right?
Yeah.
Like-
Well, yeah, because you talked about you guys don't practice very much.
No, we
You guys
practice
just
2
kinda-
times before
Yeah.
each one. And the product
it.
is ridiculous with
Yeah.
2 practices.
That's
But
crazy.
it only works that way. It only works that way because of some specific things, man. It's got to be we call it it's got to be led by the Lord. Like if it does, otherwise the orchestration doesn't work out right. Like and then like for a band to practice 2 times and have a product like that is unheard of.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be something different. But it would literally be like, okay, everyone knows you two because you're on this podcast and you're local people.
Yeah.
Right. And then they see you doing like on stage at one of these things.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. They see you every week. You're rubbing shoulders with them. That's the heart of what we do. It's like we're not a band that just came in town and you paid money to come to, and then we're on the road for the next night.
Yeah.
Right.
It's about, hey, we're rubbing shoulders with you.
Yeah. Having
We're-
that personal connection.
Consistency.
Exactly.
And yeah.
That's the difference, and I think that's why we see such crowds there, because it's like, oh, I know these people, and this is, what I'm saying. Plus, we're raising money, or we're helping people locally.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
staying locally.
Right.
So it's like a whole different kind of spin on it. And so I don't think it works for us to go to Florida or New Jersey, or
Right.
I mean maybe Canton or something like that, like something kind of still close.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
touch.
yeah.
But yeah, out of state, I don't know. That's not us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's super interesting, though, man. It's just crazy how much
That's
that's
awesome.
grown.
It sounds like you just threw in and threw out your job and non-job. You just want to help people.
Yeah, that's it, man. Everything we do, we do, even through our family, our 6 kids, it's like we just want to show people that, well, first of all, like with our office, we talk about natural health all the time. It's a whole different ball game, right? But how we raise our kids and how we walk out like our own personal lives, like I said, it's like we some people want to keep all those things separate, right? I get it, right? Like you have a doctor that works at, let's say, at Lima, they probably live in Dayton or something like that. Like they don't intertwine their lives a lot of times.
okay.
Not
Yeah,
always,
gotcha,
but
gotcha.
Right,
you see
right.
that happen a lot where they don't live in the community that
Yeah.
they work in.
Yeah.
Right. Not us. We want to be everything, what I'm saying? We want to, be kind of everything that we do, because we are who we say it. We're transparent.
Yeah, yeah.
We still have private lives, don't get me wrong, but like we're pretty much what you see is what
Still
you
want
get.
to be super involved, though.
Oh yeah.
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 That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's
That
awesome.
is.
We appreciate you coming on the show and sharing that with us and stuff like that, too.
For sure, man.
Yeah, dude,
My
that's-
pleasure.
I know there's a lot of people
Know a
out
lot
there.
more now.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of people out there who, either have questions
Sure.
and stuff, and I hope, we helped answer those today a little bit.
Sweet, man.
But we got some more stuff here, though, for you, actually.
I'm sure you do.
We do. I'm sure you've seen our rapid fire questions, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, Adam, you want to break out the toxic waste for Josh here?
Yeah, that's favorites. How are you with sour candy?
Oh, man.
So what was the last episode? Cam did 5.
Oh, I did 5.
Yeah, I did 3. Cam did 5 too.
Oh, well, then I had 5.5 because mine came with like 2
So-
inside.
Basically, you're gonna throw those in, and then we're gonna ask you these questions as you're
One at a time, or like
all together.
all together?
All together.
Oh, good night.
I'll do them with you. They're almost. You had a warhead, right? They're like warheads, but they're not as sour. But you are going to have 3 of them in your mouth. So
Yeah, 3 of them. And they come in a toxic waste barrel. That means, would you get these out of the Always River?
don't tell anybody.
Alrighty here. So we'll go with the first one. So I'm going to ask you guys. I'll ask you and Adam both these.
Oh.
I think I got to go back to my office. That sounds amazing.
He said it sounds amazing.
I haven't got this 3rd one in yet.
All right. Here we go. You ready?
I just threw them all in like
There you go.
medication.
Who could you see play you in a movie?
Oh my God. Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. What about you, Adam?
I know Mitch Hedberg.
He said that 3 times now.
I know.
Keep asking me the same question.
I did actually. That's the only one that's the same. All right. What are 2 things you would put in on your bucket list?
Let's try to
2
keep them
things to
on
put
one
on my
side.
bucket list.
Yeah.
Hunting in Alaska.
Nice.
Like moose hunting in Alaska or hunting in Alaska.
Burning a hole in my cheek.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then taking my wife to New Zealand. That's her like.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. What
I
about
want
you,
to
Adam?
skydive.
Yeah.
I want to skydive and travel to like a different continent,
Okay.
but like non-cruise. Like I want to.
Right.
I want to fly.
Well, like backpack in Europe.
Yeah. That'd be like American Werewolf in London type deal.
Okay.
Minus the werewolf.
All right.
My cheeks are numb.
Josh.
I'm about to change
What is
cheeks.
the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Toxic weight. Oh man, my nose is running.
I just changed cheeks.
Strangest thing I've ever eaten. Yeah, like it opens up a whole new like side to them.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what the strangest thing I've ever eaten is. I've eaten some weird stuff.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do oyster for mine.
Oyster?
Like I went to Louisiana and tried their.
Did you like it?
I don't know, man. I don't know, a cracker.
They are
with-
weird, yeah.
A cracker with some sauce or whatever. I'm just like,
Oyster's weird, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A little bit of lemon
Oyster's
juice
weird.
and some hot sauce in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I liked it or not.
I wasn't a big fan of oysters either.
Yeah.
Probably something along those lines, like, something in Thai or sushi.
some
like
sushi, yeah.
like raw stuff that I've had,
I've had rattlesnake before.
Yeah.
That's a little different, I thought.
Yeah, I heard
It tastes like
I've
chicken
also-
nuggets.
It kind of does. I've also had alligator. Alligator's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've had
Alligator.
alligator tail. When I lived in Atlanta, I ate a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to Texas. I had some of that stuff too.
Texas?
They actually had a spot that had it was sorry, I moved them around my mouth. I'm trying to keep them together. They had a beef jerky. Long story short, almost any animal beef jerky they had. Alligator, kangaroo,
Oh, yeah.
something. I was like,
Yeah.
jerky?
There's a Cabela's somewhere Indiana or Michigan, Ohio, the border there.
There's Cabela's all over those places.
But there's a huge beef jerky shop right by that one.
Oh, yeah.
That has
Yeah,
multiple beef jerkies from like all over the world.
Okay.
That's Dundee, Michigan, I think. Yep.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yep. Good call. What is one of your weirdest quirks?
My weirdest quirks?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to ask my wife. Yeah, man. I like to, dude, I'm always cleaning lint out of my belly button. It's a real thing. Yeah. Adam just did it. Not for me, though, for himself.
Yeah, for our listeners.
For everyone's listening, yeah, I clean my own belly button now. Sorry. I don't know what would be a quirk for me. I don't have any superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
All right, we'll move on. Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried to do something, and you knew that you were going to be really bad at it, but you did it anyway? And what was it?
Any sport that I wasn't in high school. That's terrible.
Yeah, golf, man. That's golf
Really?
for me. Oh, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, dude, I avoid golf like the plague. Because I'm a doctor, people are like, oh, you golf? I'm like, try not to.
Yeah, unless I accidentally fall into it. If you were part of a sitcom family, which sitcom family would you be a part of?
Sitcom family. There'd have to be one with a lot of kids. Which one's that?
Step by Step.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
Brady
Brady Bunch.
Bunch.
Definitely the Brady Bunch.
Partridge Family.
Yeah. Lots of kids and lots of chaos.
I haven't heard that one in a while. Partridge Family.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. It's insane. What about you, Adam?
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Yep.
Urkel.
Yep. I'm gonna be like one of the kids in there, so I can just be loving family. Always getting into trouble and
I was
just
hoping nobody said the Bill Cosby Show.
living. Maybe once upon a time, but
Saw Bill Cosby in college. You know, he came to Ohio Wesleyan, man.
You stay the night.
He was wearing sweatpants.
giving out pudding pops.
Giving out pudding pops.
Yeah, I do Family Matters. Learn some life lessons every episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is one of your guilty pleasures?
Dude, I love. Man, I drink a lot to coffee.
So
Yeah?
besides cleaning out your belly button,
Cleaning out my belly button while I drink coffee.
keeps me going.
You big coffee drinker then?
Dude, way too much, probably.
How much of your coffee you drink a day, you think?
Well, my girls are baristas at the office.
Oh, really?
We have an espresso
man.
machine, like a legitimate espresso machine at the
nice.
office.
It's all day.
Plus, I meet people at the coffee shop for meetings and and Bible studies and things
Naturally.
like that. Dude, I don't know. I drink coffee all day.
so much. You just lose count. Just part of life now.
Yeah, it's bad.
What about you, Adam? What's your guilty pleasure?
I don't know. I like getting up super late at night and eating snacks when I shouldn't be supposed to. That's a guilty pleasure.
That's guilty?
I try not to.
I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
That's supposed to, like after 9 o'clock, but it's like come like 1:30 in the morning. Like
Yeah.
I won those Buckeyes.
Yeah.
I ate all of them.
Did you?
One sitting. I was gonna save them. I was like, okay, I'll eat one a day. I ate them all. Ate all 6 of
With
them.
some milk?
I do that so my kids don't get diabetes.
There you go. That's a good dad. That's a good dad.
Just looking out. Just looking out.
Look it out, kids.
What are 3 words to describe living in Ohio to you?
Man. 3 words. Oh. Heaven.
Okay.
Dude, this is God's country for sure.
Yes,
I
for
love
sure.
Ohio. Change, right? I don't know. That's just put in a word, but like the weather, like every day, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Good night. And Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Adam?
Home.
Yeah.
This is where I've been born and raised. Even though I was in Texas for 9 years, this feels like home. I'm looking at that. Definitely not football. I mean, they're good, but I don't know. Home, homie, and
Homie.
yep, home, homie.
In Holmes County.
Yeah, just
Something the theme,
so
man.
ride that way.
Something with weather, because Texas had no season change. They had like 3 weeks of winter, and it's like back to summer. So
Yeah.
I love that there's actual seasons and winter.
So what about just seasons?
yeah, seasons.
Yeah.
Home, homie, and seasons?
Okay. All right. That's where all your homies
Write a
live.
book.
What is something you wish you could be good at?
Golf.
Golf. Yeah.
All the sports I didn't play in high school.
All right. And the last one here. What did you want to be when you grew up when you were 12?
Oh, a doctor. I did want to be a doctor, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
3rd grade.
Yeah.
Yep. I made a business card in 3rd grade. It was
Did you
part of
really?
the class. Yep. Dr. Joshua Steinke.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
I wanted to be a lawyer at 12.
Really?
Yeah, that was my goal.
I wanted to be a stand-up comedian
Yeah.
or a movie star.
Yeah.
I'm neither.
Now you're Mitch Hedberg and you sit down and tell jokes.
I mean, that's
You're close.
pretty
You're close.
pretty darn close in the 21st
Yeah,
century.
yeah, no kidding. All right, Adam, I'm going to hand you those there. If you want to go, we got some would you rathers to go over.
Right
here.
on. All right. Would you rather have half-size clones of yourself or one-size clone of yourself? So 5 mini-me's or 1 full-size clone of yourself.
Good night.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
My wife wouldn't be able to handle either.
I think I'd want the 5 minions.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stick them in your pocket.
Yeah. Or how big are they?
We're gonna say like mini me's, like off.
Well,
of
mini tregs. That's
Dr.
a different.
Evil.
That's different.
Some little Oompa Loompas.
Bunch of little miniature Family Guys.
Yeah,
Peter Griffins.
that's hilarious.
I think I'd go with the 5 miniature clones. Just because they can get them to do stuff.
But saying like if you had another one of yourself, you wouldn't be able to get yourself to do stuff.
I don't know. Do you guys remember the movie Multiplicity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Michael, or was it Michael Keaton?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like, so like there was different personalities. I don't know.
That's true. So you made you're like saying like you might split, like your worth ethnicity might split into somebody else, and you're just like, I'm so lazy.
Yeah, like this, like the next person's just gonna be like, dude, I'm chilling at home playing video games.
So you just wanted the 5 mini U's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, what did you pick?
I'm just thinking of my wife, man. One more of me. 6 kids with one. What has happened if we got 5 of me?
But if you had 5 miniature youth, then you could have 5 babysitters.
That's true.
or I'd ignore the heck out of it.
All right. Move on. Would you rather be a deep sea diver or an astronaut?
Oh man.
Deep sea diver? Find a old Loch Ness monster? Or
Nope.
I feel like when you live in Walpock, there's only one choice.
That's true. That's true.
We love astronauts.
Yeah. First to the moon.
If I don't know, I don't want to be a deep sea diver. Dude, there's so much unknown in the ocean. It scares the ever living crap out of me. It really does.
So you'd be astronaut.
But I really don't want to do that either.
Dude, I was reading this thing the other day, this research the other day. It was saying there's more unknowns in the ocean than there is in space.
I believe
which is
that.
hard to
Really?
believe.
Well, they say we've only discovered what 10% of our oceans. They say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like deep sea. You're like, we don't even know what's down there, man.
We don't even know what's out there.
I know it's weird. How do you know that? Like, how do you know the difference? But that's just what it was saying. Like,
So you think so much stuff would be out there with everything expanding in space? It's
And now you have like the government actually like saying that UFOs and aliens are real now and stuff.
they say a lot of things, Treg.
I know.
Fox.
But what was funny, you know, and you listen to, I listen to a lot of stand-up comics, and like, I think it was Nate Bargatze. He was like, did you guys notice that during like the pandemic, like the government was just like, oh, by the way, aliens are real?
Yeah, they were like,
They
let's
just
get
kinda
everything.
snuck that one in on us.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like the news was like throwing everything else at us, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we know there's aliens out there.
Screw the pandemic. Aliens' fault.
But no, seriously though, like, I mean, if it comes down to it though,
Astronaut?
I think I'd have to go astronaut. Dude, the ocean's way too scary for me.
Yeah. So you're
I'm a God-fearing man, but I am not going to put my trust in anything in that ocean.
So you're going to Guardians of the Galaxy it up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
At least then I'm in some sort of...
A vessel?
I think
Yeah.
I'll be Scuba Steve then.
You're going to see the Scuba Steve? Okay. Would you...
Go find Moby Dick.
It's time to play Moby Dick for real.
What movie is that?
Step Brothers.
Oh, that's great.
Would you rather teleport randomly once a year to literally anywhere on the planet, or stuck in 6-hour traffic once a year on a random day? So teleport randomly once a year,
randomly,
anywhere on the planet, or stuck in 6-hour
and
traffic.
you have no idea where you're teleporting to, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Or just stuck in traffic.
Traffic is terrible, man.
Yep. 6 hours just sitting
Yeah,
there
especially in
randomly.
Atlanta.
Yeah, dude, I think I did that a few times
I'm
a
sure.
year.
But just one time randomly. Same thing with teleport. You can you would teleport randomly in the world just one time.
Well, if I was stuck for 6 hours, I could watch all the Social Guys episodes.
There you go.
Hey,
I could watch 2 of them in 6 hours.
I like that. I like that.
Depending on who you watch.
Treg?
Yeah, I would be stuck. Yeah. Who wants to teleport randomly somewhere? What if you end up in the ocean?
Yeah, depths of the ocean.
Top of the like
Moby Dick.
top of the top of like a pyramid or something.
Yeah, like jumper,
Like,
just like,
How do I get down now? I don't know. You got one time, man. Wait till next year.
just yelled at. Anybody got a ladder?
Yeah,
I would.
Traffic probably be the most ideal one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals? So everything you touched, you just like know the history of it, like an ancient artifact of some sort. You just know all of it about it.
I definitely would rather talk to animals.
Talk to animals, okay?
Yeah, it'd help my job, actually.
There you go.
Well, yeah, true. But though, on the other spectrum of your experiences and what you do, I mean, imagine going to actually like Jerusalem and like touching something and actually being able to see that.
Right.
That goes back to what you're saying.
Seeing is believing.
Exactly.
Believing, not that I don't. I'm just saying, like, well, how do we know? It's like, well, is the evidence there? But we weren't there.
And then all of a sudden you just go,
But they were.
I was there.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That would be interesting. Wouldn't it?
Or if it says like made in America, you would know for sure if it was.
Yeah. Hey,
Is this real or fake?
This was made in the USA.
This was made by Chuck.
Nah, that was Taiwan.
Yeah, this was made by Chuck. This is not the authentic painting by the Mona Lisa. Dave painted this last week.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah,
Sure.
you'd be one heck of a paint dealer. Like
A lot of things.
So what are you going with?
yeah, I'm going with touching an artifact and learning the history of it.
Interesting. Now I don't know because I do want to Doolittle some animals.
That's right.
I would like to know.
Wait, rephrase that.
Sorry, I would like the doctor. I would like the doctor Doolittle some animals as I listen to them.
I'd love to do little animals.
Thank you for going back to that.
Yeah, I just want to clear that up for you.
Yeah, talking to animals is Dr. Doolittle.
I care about the history of your show.
Thank you.
He loves hamsters.
I like to know everything about them, inside and out.
Oh man.
Would you rather be able to dodge anything, no matter how fast it's moving, or be able to ask any 3 questions and have them answered accurately?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Dude. Matrix or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matrix or honesty.
Man.
Only get 3 questions though, like who shot JFK?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who really?
Dude, that's
you could.
But you could be an
real
effective.
deep.
You could be an effective weapon. You know, like if you could dodge things like indefinitely, like
True.
You know?
I
True.
can bring it.
Yeah. Like you just walk up.
But how
to
many
any-
times are you gonna get like things shot at you?
Depending on what your
Yeah, what kind of
profession is.
lifestyle you got, bro?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kind of smack.
I mean, like if I was in the CIA, maybe. All right, I'd probably go that route.
At the circus, all right.
Yeah.
Shoot this arrow right at my eye.
Good night.
I will dodge it.
And I think I'd like to know. I like the 3 questions thing.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to
Imagine
Okay.
all the stuff you could learn.
Yeah, like my kids would never be able to lie to me. Like, yeah, who pinched your sister? Yeah, like,
I think I see exactly who it was.
yeah.
Interesting.
Who ate the last cookie? Right.
Daddy did.
Damn it. So
Got me.
we're going with the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going with the questions too. Like you said, the JFK thing though.
Yeah, I gotta know.
I guess you'd have to ask the right person though too.
Yeah.
That's true.
If I could talk to animals and ask those truthful questions, man, that would be like,
There's no hiding from
yeah,
anybody.
that would
No
really
kidding.
not do little animals, but be able to Dr.
Would you? Would you rather have unlimited sushi for life or unlimited tacos for life?
Ooh, man, I'm a sushi lover.
That's why I like sushi.
Yeah,
Sushi?
Yeah.
yeah. What's your favorite sushi place?
You know, in Ohio, I don't have necessarily one. Like I said, I started eating sushi in Atlanta, so there's way more options there than there was here.
Yeah,
But I mean, probably just up in Lima, you know, at Yamato is like the closest that we'll go.
Yeah.
But it's not something we go out of our way for necessarily.
Yeah.
You know.
So do you know Mike and Monica Coyle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Audubon Collision Center, they're big foodies, and they told us about a place in Vandalia called Shin's Szechuan Sushi. Mm-hmm. They're like, it's by far the best sushi you can get in the state of Ohio.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
yeah, it
I'll
was
have to
really
go check
good.
it out.
Yeah, what's your favorite type of sushi?
I like eel a lot. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
It was delightful.
you.
I'm a little bit. I'm all over the board. I do like some of the fried sushi though too.
Yeah.
See my favorite.
You get down on the fried sushi at all?
Some of it I do just because it's different. Like I get fried food all the time in Walk, you know.
Well,
like
crab ragoon. Because that Thai Jasmine's.
Oh yeah, Thai Jasmine. You been there yet?
Yeah, we actually like Bangkok Bay and Thai Jasmine a lot, but we go to Bangkok Bay a lot.
Been to Bangkok Bay.
Yeah, Thai. My wife's favorite is Thai. Like Thai is like her.
Oh
deal.
really?
So Bangkok Bay is on 25A there, but we go there more often because we live close. Like,
so what's the thing to get? Because I think I messed up last time getting something I didn't really like.
Man, it just depends if you like curry or if you like
Thai Jasmine's.
Yeah. Well, either. Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I mean, both are.
Okay.
Yeah, but like curries are good, but like if you like Thai noodles and things like that, like pad Thai or
so whatever I got was perfect.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Was good.
You had like a bowl of gravy.
Yeah, I had like
get
a
a little
bowl
weird.
of like gravy with mushroom soup or something. I don't know. It wasn't very. It wasn't
like
bad, but it wasn't
thick
very
gravy.
good.
What color was it?
Brown.
White? No, it wasn't.
Wait, brown or white, boys?
The gravy was brown.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't. More.
So curry can be like red, yellow, green. You know.
Yeah, no, not this.
But curry's that's different. That's a little different. It's like a soup.
I don't know
almost,
what he
but it's
got.
It was like a soup with noodles and like pork.
Yeah, you can get some difference. You can get some weird stuff. It's good to stay basic when you're just getting into
Yeah,
Thai.
but it was like
Yeah.
I don't know. I could like. You ever have like that pork that you can just like smell, like and it has like that off smell? It was just like that's how I felt. That's what I felt like I got.
Pork usually does have a certain smell.
Yeah, like bacon. It's like
No,
bacon.
I like bacon smell.
Oh, like a non-attractive.
Yeah. It was
beef
like
smell.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, like straight like fresh pork. Fresh pork has like gives off like a I don't know distinctive scent. I feel like and that's
We need to go back and eat there again then.
So it didn't smell like that, huh?
no, that's what it smelled like.
Oh, okay.
And I don't. I'd rather have the bacon.
Well, whatever I got, you're gonna have to get because that
Yeah,
was
I'm
so
going.
good.
I'm well. Yeah,
That crab ragoon
I
was
talked to a couple
bomb.
people and they're like, "Pad Thai is what you want,
Yeah.
and you want the spicy."
Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's right. You
So
did
I was
talk to me like, yeah, I think I messed up.
Yeah. So next time I go there, I'm getting spicy Pad Thai.
Here you go.
So from the question, both y'all are going unlimited sushi.
I'm going sushi, bro.
I'm going tacos.
You are a taco guy.
I do enjoy sushi,
Yeah.
but I love tacos. So good. I got two more here.
Yeah.
Would you rather get one free round trip international plane ticket every year or be able to fly domestic anytime for free?
Dude, I ain't flying right now. Ain't my deal.
No.
Dude, I got $4,000 in plane tickets that are just sitting there because of the pandemic, man.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. But because of our personal choices and
Yeah.
what we do or don't do, we're pretty much like locked out and flying, bro.
Well, let's take that out of the equation, though.
yeah. So if there wasn't that,
let's put this
one
back 4
free,
years.
one free round trip international ticket, one a year, or be able to fly domestic anytime for free.
Yeah.
I think any time for free domestic, to be honest with you. There's so many places I haven't been right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I would fly everywhere in the United States for free.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do is too.
Plus, I like to see family. Like my brother lives in Texas. Like, and I got a lot of friends like all over. Like whether they're from high school or from chiropractic school. Like I'd love just to be able to like pop in on a weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
And that'd be sweet. Be like, yo, you're all over the place. Be like, hey, free
Yeah.
domestic. We're out of here.
Maybe we would go play in Florida and New Jersey. Then.
Tore
Yeah, I
it
probably
up.
would do the same thing. And last one, would you rather earbuds and headphones never sit right in your ear or have music either slightly too quiet or slightly too loud? So headphones like you have now that never fit your head just right, or earbuds you can't get in, or the music you're listening to be slightly too quiet where you're like, I can't. Or just slightly too loud where you're just like, dude.
Dude, this is a weird question, man. Like, so you're asking me if I'd rather be annoyed or annoyed?
Yeah. Would you rather have like your headphone like
Which
this?
annoyance is worse?
Would you rather have like a headphone like this or an earbud that doesn't fit, or just so your music that you're trying to fiddle with be just a little bit too quiet?
Dude, I feel like I always have earbuds that don't fit. If you use like the iPad or the
Apple Pods.
yeah, the Apple Pods, and you're like, gosh, this is like not right, man. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I love music, so as long as I can hear it one way or another,
Right.
man, like,
yeah. I think I'd be the music way as well. Yeah.
A little too quiet?
Yeah.
A little too
I'd
loud?
rather have earphones that fit perfect.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that at all. I
some
can just
molded ones that cost a lot more money.
Yeah.
I just be in my car and they'll just turn it up. So I think I'd rather do that because if I can't hear my music, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
do you hear that?
has anybody ever shopped on DHgate at all?
What is it?
DH Gate.
Watergate?
DH?
Something like that.
No, I don't know. What that
So basically, that's where I buy all of our jerseys at. They're really it's like it's overseas companies that make this stuff or whatever, and send
See
it
how you
over.
are.
It's cheap. It's really cheap. But anyway, one of the TikTok trends going on right now. You on TikTok at all?
No.
No. Yeah. Adam just deleted it. So
Yeah, I said I wasn't going to get it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bend and download it, and I had it for 3 weeks, and I was like, nope. Time waster.
I think I heard Dobie say the same thing, but I gotta draw the line somewhere too, man. Like I do. I gotta. I spend so much time on my stinking phone or my computer that it's like so much consumes my time because we do a lot of stuff on Facebook and Instagram and blah, blah, blah. Like,
right.
Man, I gotta draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, it's unlimited. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So I got rid of it. Which I said I wasn't going to get in the first place. But I was like,
yeah. One of the TikTok trends though is to buy expensive things on DHgate and see what you get. So far they've been like 90% of the time it's the real stuff. So like this guy got the Apple AirPods, the one with like the actual like ear fitting pieces or whatever.
Yeah.
That he ordered, and he ordered them cost him like $42 plus shipping, and they got him shipped in or whatever. Real box. Opened it up. It was like the actual cellophane was on it and everything. Took it out. He was like, so I just got Apple AirPods, like the second generation for $42.
Right, like $250 AirPods.
Yeah.
Are there any videos of people who like didn't get got something different? Like they got like a turd in the box?
Yeah, there was. There was a guy. Yeah, there was. There was a guy.
good money for this.
Yeah, there was a guy who bought a Rolex on there for $85 or whatever, and it was obviously a fake.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah.
That'd be me. That's what I'm gonna get a good deal here.
Yeah. But it was actually, it was the actual Rolex case. I mean, when you open it up, it had the light that shined down on the watch or whatever.
Yeah.
But when that light shined down, like the guy was actually like a professional like watch fixer.
So he knew right away. He's just
as soon as the light shined down, he was like, I'm gonna tell you all right now, this is not real.
Yeah,
that sucks. So D8. So what is it called?
It's called DHgate. Yeah, it's just an app you can get on your phone. They have a website too.
Oh, that sounds super dangerous. It was like Wish. The Wish.
No, it's. But
it actually get
all this stuff is all made overseas.
Oh, okay.
It's all like from China.
So like Wish.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about Wish.
Wish is like you can buy. I don't know.
It's like DHgate.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't.
It really is.
I have no
I feel like
idea.
you buy it, but it's never like the quality you want. Type. It's like, oh, I'm gonna buy this new dress, and you put in the measurements, but it's like super skinny and like halfway up here. Like that's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, like DHgate.
Adam bought a dress.
But see, it's not. It's doesn't the right size.
Yeah, but like yeah. No, DHgate is just like that actually because we buy all of our jerseys from there. Like anytime we buy like Buckeye jerseys or anything like that, because we get them stitched and we get them, like I have an AJ Hawk jersey that I got from there, number 47, Hawk on the back.
Okay.
But yes, it is the exact same type of deal where like I have to order like a 6XL for it to fit me.
Oh, good night.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, like Chelsea has to order. Chelsea usually wears like mediums, and she has to.
Oh, like 2 size, 2, 3.
She has to order like a
higher.
3XL for it to fit her.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
So,
Yeah.
but it's yeah. I guess things in China just run small.
Yeah.
Or things here run big. One of the two.
Everyone's having trouble in China.
However you wanna look at it.
Sumo
Yeah.
wrestlers.
Yeah,
They go to the big and tall.
yeah, big and tall. Cool deal. Well, hey, I got some current events I want to bounce off you guys here.
Lay it on me.
You guys remember the actor Art LaFleur? He played in The Sandlot. He played Babe Ruth.
Yeah. Just watch that this weekend. It was on TV.
He just passed away this weekend.
What?
78 years old. Yeah.
Heroes get remembered. Legends never die.
That's right. That is right.
You were waiting all podcast to say something like that, weren't you?
I didn't know that was going on there. I just watched it. It's perfect.
Yeah. What else was he? He was also in
First Kid.
Yeah, he was in First Kid.
Take off that Ty Sims. He was his boss. Sinbad's
right.
boss.
Get my headphone cord tangled in my foot. Yeah.
Got him between your toes.
Yeah. He was also on what was the Chevy Chase movie? Man of the House with Jonathan
You just talked
Taylor
about
Thomas.
that one.
Did you?
You did.
When?
I watched your episode. You should watch your episode.
That's right. We did talk about that one.
Yep,
Yeah. So in Man of the House, though, he was on there too. He was the He was one of the boys' I think he was the deaf child's kid or whatever. Not deaf. He just did sign language.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, he did pass away at
That
78.
sucks,
though.
man. They say the type of.
They
call
did
it?
not. They did not.
Damn.
So,
R.I.P., bud.
Andrew Garfield, who recently played Spider-Man.
Okay.
Obviously, he gave his best, or he was asked who was the best Spider-Man that he knows of, and he chose Tobey Maguire over Tom Holland.
Why would he say anyone's name?
Well,
he should just say his name.
He said that he's glad that he's a fan of the show now and not acting in it, because he is a really big. I guess he's a really big Spider-Man fan. So he says he enjoys really watching him, but he said that Tobey Maguire really put that character into perspective for him.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I read the names. I got them reversed. There's so many Spider-Mans.
There is. But he also said Tom Holland did a good job too, though. So he didn't really go overboard in saying that it's Tobey Maguire. He domestically basically said both of them, but
Okay.
he did say Tobey Maguire first.
Interesting.
You big Marvel fan at all?
Nope. Biscuit.
You watch any of them?
Nope.
No? Why not?
Oh man, I told you I had 6 kids, right?
Yeah.
That means I had no time.
They don't like those movies?
Oh, we're not ready for them to watch those kind of movies yet, man. Yeah.
All good.
They beat up on each other enough, let alone playing Spider-Man.
I hear that. All right, so Martin Scorsese is set to direct a Grateful Dead biopic with Jonah Hill actually starring as Jerry Garcia.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about Grateful Dead. That was before my time, but I know you listen to some of that.
That's the band. I was thinking the movie for some reason. But
Yeah.
The Grateful Dead. Yeah, that's the old hippie living band.
Yes.
Where they had like the huge. Because I actually met people in Texas who followed them as their roadies and fan groups as they were like
Really?
younger and stuff, and they would just follow them all across the United States wherever they went. They would just be.
Did you ever listen to any Grateful Dead
No.
music? Growing up, you didn't at all?
No,
I didn't either, to be honest with you.
I mean, I kind of did, but it was whatever it was on radio.
I've just
stuff,
always
but it's
heard
never,
I've always just heard Jerry Garcia as like one of the best guitar players ever.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
You
I've
ever
never been able to actually see anything that he's actually done.
You ever watch Half Baked?
Yeah,
He's in there, but it's Jerry Garcia's brother, man.
nice.
Sorry,
Nice.
Half Baked reference.
So chaos erupts on a California freeway after armored truck spills loads of cash,
Dude.
all over the freeway. Didn't you guys see about this?
I did. I
Yeah.
saw Instagrams and stuff. So what it looked like, and we'll probably post that on there.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
can put the video up here.
But it's like an armored bank, like a Brinks truck.
Yeah.
And I don't know if someone just started throwing out money in the back, but there was 1s and 20s all over San Francisco highway.
It was San Diego.
Or
yeah.
San Diego,
Yep,
I'm sorry.
yep.
San Diego. But the whole entire highway was just complete stop, and you literally just saw like it was out of a movie. There was people just picking up just piles and piles and piles.
When I first saw the video, I saw the video before I saw the news article. When I first saw the
so
video, I was
much.
like, "Oh, this is like a movie set." You know what I mean? Like this is something.
That's what I thought too. But
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it hit the news where an armored truck actually spills loads of cash all over
yeah,
the freeway.
you'll see it as they're driving by on the highway. You see the empty Brinks truck just sitting right there.
Oh yeah,
And nobody's in it.
Both of the both
So
of
I'm
the
just like,
drivers
dude, that's a lot of
booked it.
yeah.
They just left.
We don't know what went on, but all it was is the highway was shut down for several hours.
Yeah, all we know right now is that they said that the Brinks truck was traveling to a federal depository, and that they left a bank in San Diego. But that's all they're really
I
saying.
think I'd say that's the cleanest the highway's ever been and the fastest.
There was no cars on that freeway because they were all stopped. All
I'd say
picking
they
up
stopped
cash.
just cleaning the highway up off the cash. That's nuts.
Tell you what, you ever want to clean up anything?
No kidding.
Drop cash.
Make it rain.
If you're gonna bring that up, I gotta show them.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
right.
show
I
'em
got it
that.
right here too.
Oh, you got it on here. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Forgot to have the laptop. It's right in front of me this whole time.
Yeah. It was insane though.
It was something I've never. Like I said, it's almost like movie stuff, you know.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's got it.
We'll do this.
All that all over the freeway.
Just scattered everywhere, all over the road.
Yeah, and she just People are just picking up money, throwing it in the back.
Look at
of the
that.
air.
Yeah. On the highway.
I literally thought it was like a movie set.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, that is so much dollar bills. And so many cities are only 20 and ones.
They said, yeah, the majority of it was $20 bills and $1 bills.
Look at his watch he's got in his hand. It's so much money.
Yeah, joke's on them. Now Governor Newsom's going to tax everybody to get that money.
Right.
Right.
See, there's the Brinks truck. Like, oh, he's not even in there.
No, they're gone. But the whole highway is just empty because people are just stopped behind them.
That is insane,
Picking up
dude.
cash.
That
was
is
crazy.
insane.
So, an Alabama engineer builds the world's largest Nerf gun, and he calls it the Nerf and Strike Elite Long Shot CS6. It measures in at 12 feet, 6 inches long, which is 300% larger than the original toy.
I got another one that I was not saving again. He should have called it the Scruffy Nerf Herder. Star Wars, anyone? You guys suck! Sorry, go ahead. That's awesome, though. How big? 12 feet
12,
Nerf gun?
Yeah, it was a 12-foot Nerf gun.
The biggest I have is like a sniper. I don't know. It's pretty big, but 12 foot. Does it show like those missiles? Do you ever see those old missile Nerf guns they used to have? Where like they would hurt you if you got hit really
Yes,
bad?
I want to know. I want to know how fast it shoots. Does it shoot the same speed?
You got to pump them up. Oh, I don't know, man.
That would hurt, man. Coming onto that one.
That is intense.
Have
Are
you-
you looking it up right
Oh,
now? I gotta
absolutely, I'm looking
see
it up.
It's 12-foot Nerf gun.
Yeah, why would you not?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he only built one. I'm assuming.
Oh,
so.
it's like his own custom.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Ah, these aren't store bought. I don't
Yeah.
want to buy a 12-foot Nerf gun. Raise the drawbridge. Just start just tailing them up.
Here it is, right here. World's largest Nerf gun, Alabama engineer. There it is.
Whoa!
It's got its own cart.
So mine looks just like that, like the sniper, but that's clearly custom, dude. Wow. Does it say anything about the actual ammunition that you're talking about? Because that clearly probably doesn't use the same.
I would
Wow.
not imagine so. It says the most challenging part of this build would have to be making the air system fit. What does it say? The 12-inch darts reach speeds of 50 miles per hour and can travel a maximum distance of 250 feet.
12-inch darts traveling at 50 miles per hour.
I think he's going to have to get an FFL for that. FHL for that. It's like a real
Wow.
weapon.
That is nuts.
Dude, that's crazy. Could you imagine being hit by a 50 mile per hour 12-inch dart?
Dude, no. That is intense. That's intense.
Looks like he 3D printed everything. PVC pipe, foam.
Those 3D
also.
printers have been going. It's like the new wave of crazy technology stuff.
Wish
Dude,
they had a
that is-
video. I wish they had a video of him shooting it.
Right?
Whoever did this article, they messed up. They should have got that.
For real. Like, you guys sent a picture. He's like, cool, check out my gun. I'm like, I can make that. But can it fire?
So here's why gas prices are so cheap at Costco and Sam's Club. If you didn't know,
Oh, I didn't.
well, they want you to keep shopping at their stores and buy the bulk items. That's all it really comes down to. There's really no no other explanation.
Thanks.
So, but if you have noticed, though, Costco and Sam's Club, their gas prices are 20 cents to 10 cents cheaper than everywhere else around, and it's mainly because they still want you to buy those bulk items. That you
I
can't
used to
get
work
anywhere
at a
else.
Moss Grow.
Yeah, Moss Grove. You can just say it probably.
I know. They did have really, really cheap gas.
Yeah.
Like, really cheap. It's really good for your car. They have, like, that top-tier additive detergent and everything. And I don't even work there. Stop talking about it. Go to Sam's Club and Costco. Get your cheap gas.
So
Not that much cheaper than $3 now, so...
this was something that I found interesting. The Lord of the Rings director Peter
Ooh.
Jackson, and now I don't watch Lord of the Rings. I know Adam's all about them, but I've never really watched any of these. But he sold his visual effects studio Weta Digital to Unity, and which he makes development software for which they make development software for video games. He sold it for $1.6 billion. Just his studio. That's incredible.
So he's not doing any more Lord of the Rings stuff, or...
Maybe he has. I mean, I'm sure he's made more than that. Probably.
Oh, he's just like, yep, selling it.
Rings movies.
He's got 3 or 4 of these studios.
In with the new out with the old, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. $1.6 billion.
He sold it to some video game maker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What? What kind of video game maker has that kind of
Mario.
Mario Kart. But yeah, no, that's insane though, because like it's. I mean, yeah, I mean if they have
Visual effects studio.
if they're gonna have the what am I looking? What's the word I'm looking for? If they're gonna
visual or
have the access to those visual effects to,
they're gonna say
to create. I mean, that's
video
just gonna be
games like
insane.
Ready Player One stuff that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I
Virtual
think
reality.
I've seen that, but I'm not positive.
Maybe
not
that's
positive.
what that video game seller is going to buy it for.
There we go.
Virtual reality.
So, Oregon State Troopers seize $500 million worth of marijuana in a single drug bust that weighed in at over 250 tons.
Is it not legal in Oregon yet?
No, I thought it was. I think it's an illegal growing site, though.
Yeah, but you're only allowed to have 1 ton at a time. Not 250.
Makes sense.
Yeah, 200
Personal use.
That's why I was just like, why is there so much if it's legal?
Here's my thing about
Why?
this. If there was a growing site that had over $500 million in it, you're telling me nobody knew about this?
250 tons, bro.
Yes, 250 tons.
That's a lot of ganj. That's a lot, dude.
But what,
500 million and no one knew about it is what you're
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. How do
Like-
you not know?
My question is, how did they weigh it? 250 tons.
Well, there was baggies that were marked.
Hey, don't we
Everybody stepped on a bathroom scale and then held a
hold
bag.
these bags? Or is it like, don't we have a strawberry factory here in town?
Tomatoes, come on.
Yes, yes.
Eggplant.
Tomatoes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they do tomatoes though anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
I think all they do is strawberries. And I think they do another type of fruit. Now.
Strawberries.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
tomatoes.
See what happened? Oh, the story that happened there. For those who don't know, the story that happened with the tomato factory though was that the two brothers basically fought over legalizing the marijuana distribution factor of it. They fought over it. And
So they really did want to.
the one brother did.
Okay.
And then they fought over it, and they eventually had to settle out of court. And then they just kind of did away with it, and now a new company has it, and they're doing strawberries out of it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just know it's Lion King sunrise every morning.
Yeah.
It really is. It's so bright. I used to work at Pratt over there. I would never not know where I'm going. Like, just follow the
Follow the light.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, follow the sunrise in the south.
What has happened? Is this the apocalypse? What's going on right now?
I remember I posted that picture of Armageddon when they're heading towards. And then the last bit of news we got here is Ryan Reynolds clarifies he's not even remotely serious about the James Bond role, but he was joking as he tweets that with a video of Tom Hardy saying that's bait.
I don't know if I can see Ryan Reynolds as James Bond.
So what happened was, Daniel Craig's done. He's not going to play James Bond anymore.
Really? That's what he said 2 movies ago, and he made 3. Now he's in 5 James Bond movies.
Well, he said this one was the newest one that's coming out. This is his last one, he said.
Oh, his newest
Yeah,
one.
No Time to Die or something like that. I think it's called. But anyway, he basically, he's done, and a reporter said, hey, I think Ryan Reynolds would be a great James Bond. And Ryan Reynolds said, yeah, I could see myself doing that. Sure, why not? And then he tweeted later on and said, I was just joking. And then he posted a picture of Tom Hardy and said, that's bait.
Yikes. So Tom Hardy could be James Bond?
No. I think it was just what do you call it? It was a GIF. It was a
Gotcha.
GIF.
I still don't see him
Tom
playing.
Hardy.
I still don't see Ryan Reynolds playing James Bond.
I couldn't see him playing James Bond, but you
Not
never
at
know.
all.
You never know. I still think Pierce Brosnan was the best James Bond.
Yep. I like Pierce. Not Sean.
What about you? Were you a James Bond fan back in the day?
Who?
James Bond.
It's like, I don't watch any of this TV crap.
He's like,
I played 007 on,
Goldeneye.
Goldeneye.
You played Goldeneye back in the day?
That's about it.
So
Goldeneye was
Pierce
legit
Brosnan
back
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goldeneye was legit back in the day.
Yeah, it was definitely legitness.
It was. What? Let me see here. I know I had this pulled up earlier. So, did you guys? You guys. Are you still a big sports fan? I know you're a Browns fan, right?
Yeah, I'm Browns fan, Buckeyes fan.
I don't watch NBA.
Yeah, I stopped watching NBA.
I did hear a lot about that this week, though, with LeBron and
Isaiah Stewart from the Pistons.
What's that?
So basically, LeBron gave an elbow to Isaiah Stewart in a basketball game
on accident.
Yeah, just recently, and I didn't see the play.
I see it. So basically, I'm gonna hold your hand right here. This is what they did. They're doing a free shot, and when they're pushing each other's hand, his hand slipped, and when it slipped out of his hand, it punched him in the mouth and the eye, like basically like got everything. But he was bleeding, and right after that,
he was bleeding. Really
LeBron
bad.
was just like, "Yo, sorry, my bad," and Isaiah Stewart went ballistic. It was like Malice in the Palace all over again. He was trying to like get to him and just throwing everyone in his way off of him and everything. Like
and
trying to get.
And this guy's like 6'11" and almost 7 foot.
Dude, he's
and
wrecking everybody.
Not
wrecking
many people that
everybody.
can stop him.
See if you can pull that up. Just pull it up and show him like that because that's all I saw last night on everything. I'm like,
I stopped watching. I stopped watching a lot of pro sports when my kids got old enough to watch them.
Oh, really?
Well, it's because it's like, man, my kids are starting to watch these guys and how they act and some of the things that they were doing and bringing politics into it and stuff. It was like,
yes,
bro,
that's what I don't like. Yeah,
just play the sport, man.
Yeah,
just play the sport. Like why?
I want my kid to like football and basketball and baseball, but man, all this other stuff, like
right. No, I agree. I agree with you on that. I mean, I don't like the fact that that they bring politics into it either.
So watch.
Here's the play right here.
He's right
pull
here.
This up here for our viewers.
He's right there.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Stewart right there. And then
And turn this toward him.
Yep.
Bow! Happened so fast. So fast. I'm sure they'll show it in replay. But it was so fast.
But he was. I mean, he wanted him, man. He wanted to
destroy
LeBron.
Yeah.
And LeBron got ejected for this too.
Yep. They both did, and
But there wasn't a lot of people that was going to stop him. That's a big dude.
Dude, he just kept going and going and going, and he
when I saw this though, I was like, finally.
Finally?
Dude, I just feel like LeBron just does too much sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone keeps saying, LeBron's not a dirty player. He wouldn't mean that.
Look at him, though. Look at his
Dude,
face.
he is bleeding severely.
Dude, that was a hard hit, man, for it to be an accident.
Watch when if they show the replay. They got to show the replay because it was
that was a hard hit.
I don't know. It's got to be.
His eye is bloody, man.
I wait for you guys to see the replay. And I don't know if it could be an accident or not. I don't know, man.
I don't know. But then, he keeps trying to go back.
He's
after
still
him
going.
again.
Like,
he was
get
mad.
over here! I want to murder you.
Dude, he was so mad. But I mean, a little bit though, rightfully so. I mean, who wouldn't be mad after you get hit in the face?
Really bad too. Like,
yeah,
that looked terrible.
Yeah, he did. So that happened, and then
there's always a backstory to it, man. There's always something else that was going on.
Probably said something.
Could have been.
Yeah.
There was something else that was going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get a little chippy, push and shove, and then 5 minutes later he gets hit. So then it's like, oh, I don't think it was just an accident, man.
Right. Now, what? So my question for you guys, though, you guys are Browns fans. This is the last thing we got here. Baker Mayfield walks off the field yesterday and talks to nobody and seems like he's in a very bad mood, and it's kind of hitting news waves today. So do you guys know anything about this?
Baker?
Yeah. So get the news article on Yahoo today says, get Baker Mayfield out of there while you still can. The case for Keenum at Baltimore. So what's going on with Baker, guys?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I try not to read into all that stuff. The media's the media sometimes too, but
That's true.
I don't know. They barely beat,
Lions yesterday. That was a trap game, though. That was a trap game.
Yeah. No, I told my son this too. I said, man, he said, we play a team that hasn't
Your
won
son
a
a big
game.
Browns fan?
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, John. He's like, we play a team that hasn't won a game. We should win it. I said, that's the toughest games to play there, bro. Like, you when you think you got it easy, that's the worst.
You have to be extremely mentally focused.
Yeah, it's like
in those games.
It's almost harder than playing like the number one team sometimes. You got everything to lose.
Yeah. And they got everything to. I mean, they're laying it all on the line.
They got nothing to lose. You got everything to lose. It's just Yeah, it's tough.
Cool deal. Well, hey, Josh, we want to thank you for coming on the show today, man.
Yeah, dude, it was
my
a blast.
We appreciate you.
Got to learn so much.
Yeah.
Changed so much since high school.
Yeah.
I guess I got to go back to work now. So, whatever.
Sorry for keeping you, man. But we want you to help people. And
Yeah, man, it's been great.
No,
great.
yeah, we appreciate you coming on the show. Appreciate you sharing everything you did with us.
Yeah, dude.
You know, we hope our listeners and viewers get to kind of get that transparency version of you as well as from
go
from our
see him.
perspective.
Keep a lookout for his not band.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go check that. I said 3 times a year now, right?
Four, yeah.
Or 4.
Yeah.
It'll be April the next one, right?
Yeah, April's
awesome.
next one. Yep.
Cool. April what? Do you have the date?
Yeah, April 30th.
So April 30th. You know,
Okay.
where's it going to be at?
That'll be at the All-West County Fairgrounds. So
Right on.
So April 30th at the All-Glades County Fairgrounds. Go check out Worship Anyway.
Yeah.
And right, I got that right.
Yeah, you got it right, man. You didn't
So-
make up a word this time.
I
It was a
didn't.
really-
Like chiropractic. Yeah, that should be a word. If anybody's out there who's watching this who
that makes words.
works for Webster's,
All words are made up.
Whoever manufactures words.
yeah. Hey, if people can make up books, I can make up words.
Yeah.
You can make up words. It just all depends if you can get it to.
I think
Catch
George
on.
Bush did that a lot. You know, he made up words.
So hey, we want to thank Clue Studio though for sponsoring the studio. Social Guys, episode 21 in the bag with Josh Steinke, chiropractor,
Yes.
father, and husband and worshiper.
Yep, not songwriter.
Not songwriter. All right, thanks guys for dropping in.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next time. Bye.